हेलो ऑडियो क्लियर है वीडियो also all right ladies and gentlemen boys and welcome back let us go ahead we have started our subject called direct tax for CA final as you are aware first lecture was major in the nature of introduction अरे short term memory loss you remember कि नहीं introduction about the faculty about the subject study material. As I said, offline students kindly collect your 2 books from the class and online ka I have already sent. Manner of learning, we started tax rates. We have to learn tax rates for assessment year 26-27. So the finance act applicable for your exam 25. Previous year 25-26, assessment year 26-27, whether it is May 26, September 26, Jan 27, they all fall in the same financial year, same budget is applicable, same tax rates. But life is difficult because in income tax, for paying tax, now there are 2 options. Tax as per old regime, tax as per new regime. We have started learning tax as per old regime, and tax as per old regime is given assessee by assessee, person by person. We are learning first tax rates for individual. So be clear in your mind. We are in old regime tax rates of individual. Khali category we have discussed. Rates we did not start. Individuals will be divided in 3 categories. Category A, any individual up to the age of 59, 0 to 59 will fall in category A, will pay highest tax. If you are a senior citizen, when you become senior citizen, 60 equal to is also covered. So you don't have to cross 60, you have to touch 60. So you pay lower tax than category. And if you become very senior, super senior citizen, that is when you don't have to cross 80, you have to touch. So it is 0 to 59, 60 to 79, 80 and above. But category B and category C ka most important aspect is that only and only if you are a resident. If you are non-resident, you will always fall in category A. So it is resident 60 to 79, resident 80 and above, and then category A will cover everyone else. Correct hai? So equal to wala part is clear, resident wala part is clear, and last part was at what point of time during the year do I have to achieve 60 or 80? Any time during the year, even if my 60th birthday or my 80th birthday falls on the last day of the year, I will still be eligible. In fact, forget last day of the year. Kya? 1st April of the assessment year also, it will be considered as assessee has completed 60 years or 80 years in the previous year. So full previous year you were 59. 1st April of assessment year is your 60th birthday. You will still be eligible provided you are a resident. Clear? Hai? Obviously, the tax will be highest in category A and then in category B and lowest in category C. So I will give you tax rates of category A. Category is clear? Under this, category B here and category C here. So if I write anything here or here or here, you are clear which category I am talking about? So let's talk about category A. One good news. There are going to be quite a few not so good news that I will be giving you all throughout your syllabus. As long as our finance minister does not change, predominantly it is going to be bad news only. But one good news is that as far as tax rates in the old regime are concerned, at one corner in the income tax law, they have just kept it without touching it year after. Whatever amendment in tax rates takes place every year. This budget, last budget, budget before that, every budget there has been amendment. So for example, for your intermediate, Finance Act 22 was applicable. 23 ka budget, 24 ka budget, 25 ka budget, they all have brought changes in tax rates because income tax rates are not given in Income Tax Act. They come in the annual budget. But all the changes have taken place only and only in the new regime. There has not been any change in the old regime in the last 3 years. Or let me put it this way, the tax rates that you have studied for intermediate in old regime is still the same in old regime. Absolutely same, there has been no change. Last 3 years, there has been no change in tax rates of individuals as per old regime. So, for the first category, 0 to 2,50,000, there will be no tax, 0%, also known as the basic exemption limit. 0 to 2,50,000, basic exemption limit. Same thing. Now you recollect, first 2,50,000, no tax. 2,50,000 to 5,00,000, you will pay tax of 5%. Let's be clear about slab rates. I know you are CA final students. I know you are very, very intelligent. But in case there is one student also who cleared CA Inter with the support of IDT and does not know anything about direct taxes, let me be clear. What is slab rate system? Supposingly my income is 4 lakh. So will I get 5%? Will 5% get reflected on me? Yes, but will it be 4 lakh ka 5%? No. Slab rates mean the first 250 will always go in 0%. Whether you are Mukesh Bhai or whether you are me, first 2,50,000 will go. Mukesh Bhai senior citizen, correct? Birthday मालूम है? मुकेश भाई सन वो सीनियर नहीं है, क्या मालूम? First 2,50,000 will always be 0%. So in my example of 4 lakh, 5% will be applicable on 1,50,000. समझा? So first 250 will be 0, next 250 will be 5%. Next bracket, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, rate of tax 20%. So very quickly, if my income is 8 lakh, will 20% get attracted? So 8 lakh ka 20? No. First 250, 0. Next 250, 5%. Remaining 3 lakh, because example is 8 lakh. Remaining 3 lakh, 20%. Category A ka tax rates as per old regime. Absolutely no change between your intermediate and final exam. And obviously, once you cross 10 lakh rupees, the rate of tax is going to be 30%. Anything after 10 lakh will be taxable at 30%. So, if we have to calculate by taking an example, supposingly the net taxable total income of an assessee is 12 lakh rupees. Will 30% be applicable? On 12 lakh? No. First 250, 0. So, what is the tax here? 0. Next 250, 5%. So, tax in this bracket 12,500. Next 5 lakh at a rate of 20%. So tax is 1 lakh. And the balance, now in our example it is 2 lakh. It can be infinity. If income is 1 crore, this will be 90 lakh. If income is 50 lakh, this will be 40 lakh. Anything after 10 lakh. So in our example it is 2 lakh. 2 lakh ka 30%, 60,000. So the total tax of this assessee will be 1,72,500. Do you understand? And there is a shortcut for solving this. And please understand, at intermediate, we teach like this first time and we solve like this first time. And then gradually we move to the shortcut. Intelligent students are comfortable with the shortcut at the beginning itself. But in CA final, you have to solve it like that only. Please understand that whatever tax will change, it will change in this bracket based on my income figure. If income is 1 crore, if income is 1 crore, तो ये 90 lakh का 30%. If income is 50 lakh, तो 40 lakh का 30%. In our example, it was 12 lakh, तो 2 lakh का 30%. Do you realize this tax is going to remain constant? This tax is not going to change. The first 10 lakh ka tax is always going to be fixed amount of 1,12,500. Do you understand this? And thus, when you are asked the same question in exam, your manner of solving is going to be like this. Take your net taxable total income on your calculator. What is the amount? 12 lakh. Subtract 10 lakh from your net taxable total income. That means, do you get the excess over 10 lakh? In our example, 2 lakh. That excess is taxable at what rate? 30%. And after taking that tax, simply add the fixed amount of tax, 1,12,500. Fixed amount of tax till income level of 10 lakh, 1,12,500. and balance will go in 30%. This is how you will solve. Suggested answers of CA final, solve it like this. And by the way, one more time I would like to remind you, exactly same calculation was applicable even when you were in intermediate. So we don't remember anything from the previous class. So don't talk about something 3 years ago. I understand that problem, but exactly same calculation, because in old regime there has not been any change in tax rate. Any change. ये clear है? I hope it was not fast, because this is too basic, but in case you still find it fast, just immediately tell me. I will go slow. If you want me to repeat something, immediately tell me. No problem. So, let's go to the second category. For those who came late, please understand, first category ka tax, arrow wise, second category ka tax, and third category ka tax. Clear hai? So we are done with individual 0 to 59 years and non-resident of any age. Second category, senior citizen hai. To respect, and out of respect we will be taking lesser tax from them. Then basic exemption is going to be 3 lakh rupees. Up to income of 3 lakh, they will not be paying any tax. That is the only change once you become senior citizen. So out of respect, we are giving them higher basic exemption. The difference is rupees 50,000. That is the difference in income. Tax में difference is going to be a very, very small amount. If you have senior citizens at home, if you have grandparents at home, by the way, you're very lucky if you have them at home. You go and tell them that you get respect in income tax, but don't tell them the monetary value of the respect. We'll do that. Because इसके आगे का story is same. 3 lakh to 5 lakh, 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%. And anything after 10 lakh will be taxable at 30%. So the only difference is the income between 250 to 3 lakh. For category A falls in 5% bracket. But for category B, we are sending that 50,000 from 5% to 0%. This is same. This is same. First 250 is same. 2 lakh rupees here, it is same. Only that 50,000. Which 50,000? Between 250 to 3 lakh. Here it comes in 5%. Here it comes in 0%. The difference is only 50,000 ka 5%, and that is rupees 2,500. The monetary value of respect of senior citizens in our country is 2,500. Don't tell this to your grandparents. तो घर से निकाल देंगे. ठीक है? So let's take an example. Let's prove that 2,500 का example. Net taxable total income same amount 12 lakh. Now tell me 0% में 3 lakh का 0. So no tax. Here what amount into what rate? 2 lakh into 5%. So tax will be amount and rate. 5 lakh into. So now do you understand? Here in 5% we were getting 12,500, and that is the only difference between the two categories. Chalo, this will be again 60,000, and effectively here you were getting 1,72,500. Here you are getting 1,70,000. The difference lies only in the 5% bracket. Senior citizens, out of respect, will pay 2,500 lower than category A. And now you will tell me the shortcut, please. Take your net taxable total income, subtract 10 lakh, that will give you the excess over 10 lakh. That excess will be taxable at a rate of 30%, and then add, this is the difference. Yeah, 1,10,000. This is the difference. Add 1,10,000. Correct? So all you are required to learn is this amount and this amount, fixed amount of tax till 10. Everyone clear? Category B. And then what do we have as far as category C is concerned? Basic exemption for category C is going to be 5 lakh rupees. Super senior citizen, any assessee who is 80 years and above will not be paying any tax up to income level of 5 lakh. 0%, 5 lakh is your basic exemption limit. Is clear? Now here is a small possibility of going wrong in exam. If you have the habit of memorizing 0, 5, 20, 30, 0, 5, 20, 30, here 5% is not applicable. Because till this 5% level, they don't have any tax. So when their tax will start, they will start directly at this level. Direct it will be 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, and after 10 lakh, 30%. So normally it is 0, 5, 20, 30, but here it is going to be only 0, 20 and 30. Is that clear? Now then, do you realize that whatever tax these people were paying in 5% is eliminated? That's the only difference, because after that it is same. So what was their tax in 5%? 12,500. What was their tax? 10,000. So that is their savings. So compared to the first assessee, the savings of super senior citizen will be 12,500. Compared to the second assessee, the saving will be 10,000. And between these two, we already saw a gap of 2,500. So without actually calculating, we can get the amount. Kya? 1 lakh? 1 lakh 60. 1 lakh 60. But let us prove it with numbers. Let us prepare our shortcut so that we are safe. First 5 lakh, 0%. Same example. Net taxable total income, 12 lakh. Then next 5 lakh, 1 lakh, and balance 60,000. You samjha? This is the only thing that will change. This will remain constant. For the first assessee, it was 1 lakh 12,500. For the second assessee, it was 1 lakh 10,000. And for the third assessee, it is 1 lakh. So accordingly, our shortcut for this third assessee will be net taxable total income minus 10 lakh. Thank you. Bolo. Into 30% plus 1 lakh. So at the end of it, all you have to do in the old regime for individuals, take the net taxable total income, subtract 10 lakh, multiply by 30%. Till that calculation, everything is same. Then on that amount, you add category A, 1 lakh 12,500, category B, 1 lakh 10,000, and category C, 1 lakh, and that's it. This is how tax will be calculated under the old regime for individuals. Individuals will be divided in 3 categories and tax will be calculated category by category. And do you understand the difference between first 2 categories, 2,500, and the difference between B and C, 10,000? Obviously, effective difference here is going to be 12,500. Now, then in case you have super senior citizens, very much possible. Your grandparents will be probably in category B. My grandmother is in category C. She is 82. She will have maximum savings. But this is calculation as per old regime. New regime ka we'll discuss after we complete all assessees as per old regime. Ye clear hai? Now, bad news. Good news diya man. No change last 3 years. Now, if you have some faint memories of studying direct tax at CA intermediate level, do you recollect ये tax rates सब same था? ठीक, no problem, कोई बात नहीं. Now, ऐसा ही learn कर लो that you are learning it for the first time. But अभी bad news. Bad news is that the tax that we have calculated is not the final answer. The tax that we have calculated is not the final answer. This tax is going to undergo certain changes. This is not final. First point that you have to note. First point that you have to note is certain incomes will be taxable at special rates. Certain incomes will be taxable at special rates. We have a full chapter in income tax law, special rates of tax. Some of you all have the first book. I don't need the book. If you check the index of that book, the fifth chapter in our index, fifth chapter, name of the chapter is special rates of tax. From this chapter, special rates of tax, at CA intermediate, only about 3-4 sections were a part of your syllabus. But this is a very, very big chapter from section 110 to section 115 B, B, J. Big chapter. Final, everything is applicable. This is your last chance to learn in a classroom. Everything is applicable. I would like to remind you of the sections that were applicable in CA intermediate. If you earn short-term capital gain in stock market, there was a section 111A. If you earn long-term capital gain on stock market, there was a section 112A. If you earn long-term capital gain other than stock market, see, short-term comes in special only stock market. Other short-term capital gain goes in normal rates. But long-term capital gain will come in special rate always. Stock market ka 112A and outside stock market ke liye we have 112. And apart from these three, there was only one more section that was in your intermediate syllabus. If you earn income in the form of casual winnings, winning from lottery, crossword puzzle, card game, any other game in the nature of betting, gambling, section 115, double B, section 115, double B. Now, I will only ask you this tax rate. What is tax rate on casual winnings? 30%. I will not ask you these rates. You know why? Bro, you just simply tell yourself that I have not studied capital gains at intermediate. Because whatever you have studied is gone. You studied 15%. Stock market short term now is 20%. 20 short term. You studied 10% after 1 lakh. Now it is 12.5 after 1 lakh 25. Here you studied take indexation and pay tax at 20%, some cases without indexation 10%, gone bro, everything. Sale minus cost into 12.5. So that way this and this, both long-term capital gains are in 12.5, but here you don't have to pay tax on first 1,25,000. We will be doing all these sections again in CFI. When I say again, we are doing it in CFI. In any case, all of that has changed. And by chance, something has not changed. So how much you remember, by looking at your faces, I can clearly understand. I think both of us know how much you remember. So assuming that you don't know anything, and reality is not an assumption, of course. So still assuming that you don't know anything, we will be doing everything in detail. But are you aware certain incomes? At least you have some awareness that certain incomes will not go in slabs. So in those cases, what will we do? Net taxable total income has to be divided into two parts. Special incomes will go in special rate and other income, normal income, will go as per above normal rates. Yes, sir, normal rates. Because normal rate can be as per old, as per new. For individual HUF, we have slabs. For company firm, we have flat rate. So instead of saying slabs, we can say normal rates. Is the first thing clear? That you don't have to apply the slabs directly. Some incomes will be taxed at special rates. Second, the above tax that you have calculated. Above tax, do you understand, will be tax as per normal plus tax as per special. You know, this tax plus this tax plus this tax is your total tax. This is only basic tax liability. The above tax that you have calculated, visibility issue again. The first line का lights you want to switch off, you can. Better. बस रे. MBS नहीं करना. बेटर. बस रे खेल क्या रहा है? नहीं. My focus light is perfect. Now no issue. Someone like पहले भी issue नहीं ठीक है. Okay. The above tax that we have calculated is only going to be considered as basic tax. This is not your final tax liability. Whether this tax or this tax, the tax calculated above is going to undergo certain changes. Changes in the form of rebate, changes in the form of surcharge, and rebate and surcharge may or may not be applicable. They are applicable sometimes, not applicable every time. But there is one thing that applies always. Health and education says. So only when we calculate all of that, we can say that tax calculation is over. We will have to go and learn those three additional concepts, points to be noted, points in tax calculation, whatever heading you give. Additional concepts, concepts in tax calculation, points in tax, only points to be noted, only points, anything is fine. But we have to learn three concepts. Everything is happening in the old regime. So if I teach you calculation of rebate here, this calculation of rebate is as per old regime. New regime ka rebate ka rules are again different. When you were in inter, I think rebate as per old and new was same. But now everything is changed. Okay. Welcome to the anti-era of income tax. Everything is changed. New regime mein everything is changed. Old regime is still the same. First concept. Rebate under section 87A. Every time they use these words, garib, poor, words like rebate, relief, reduction, that means they are going to reduce your tax. Oh, overexcited souls. You are very intelligent, but examination pressure can make you do any nonsense. People calculate the rebate, and you know what? They subtract it from income. And don't react by saying, sir, ऐसा कौन करता है? See a final student. If it is an exemption, we don't include in income. If it is a deduction, we add in income, then take deduction. Like chapter 6 says, special economic zone. But this is a rebate. This won't be subtracted from your income. This will be subtracted from your tax liability. The tax that you have calculated. For example, we saw three assessees. All of them had income of 12 lakh, and this 172, 170, 160, 160. This was their tax liability. Hello. Rebate will be subtracted from 12 lakh, nahi, 172, 500. Correct? That means this concept is basically telling the taxpayer, hi bro, hi taxpayer, have you calculated your tax? The tax that you have calculated will be reduced in the form of rebate. So very happy. Are taxpayer happy? Start dancing. And while you are dancing, you have to ask two questions. Think about it as a taxpayer. Your chartered accountant is telling you your tax will be reduced. Do you have any question? No. तो बोलना. ये नहीं होगा. Yes is like this. Do you have any question? बोलो. बोल क्या question? Income. Quantum. Quantum of rebate. Sir, tax will reduce. How much? वो second question. Before that, what do I have to do to become eligible for that rebate? Question 1. The conditions to get rebate. Because rebate is not available to everyone. And then obviously, question 2. The quantum of rebate. Conditions and quantum. Make sense? In order to get rebate, there are three conditions. Between condition 1, 2 and 3, the word used is and, plus sign, matlab cumulative condition. That means you have to satisfy this, this and this. If you satisfy 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3, you are not going to be eligible for rebate. Out of the 3 conditions, you have to satisfy all 3. Condition 1. Rebate will be given only and only to residents. Non-residents are not eligible for rebate. मतलब non-resident not eligible for higher basic exemption. Even if senior citizen, non-resident disqualified, ineligible for rebate. Second, rebate is applicable only to individual. Say, in any case, एक minute, numbering understand please. Right now we are in old regime, first assessee, individual. तो individual में rebate है. As we move further to the other assessees, we already know that none of the other assessees are eligible for rebate because rebate is applicable only to individuals. And third, only and only if your net taxable total income, be very, very careful because here there is probability of going wrong. Only and only if your NTTI, that is your net taxable total income, is, abhi suno, if you speak wrong things and continuously repeat them, in your subconscious mind you will say wrong things. People have the habit of saying less than 5 lakh, less than 5 lakh, less than 5 lakh, less than. वो habit of saying less than 5 lakh again and again will be very, very dangerous. Why? Because 6 lakh pe no rebate and 4 lakh pe yes rebate is very easy. But exam the question will come on. And therefore you have to speak and think correct things from day one. You don't have to say less than 5 lakh. You have to say not more than 5 lakh. But that is legal term. Simple karna. Up to 5 lakh. Make it easier. Less than or equal to 5 lakh is the best way in which you as a student can learn. One thing is bare act language and second is to make it simple. At final, we do use bare act language wherever required. But for making it simple, we have quite a few ways. Less than or equal to 5 lakh. Bro, income has to be up to 5 lakh. Matlab understand what is happening. Check income. Subtract from tax. Check the amount of income. But subtract from tax. You don't say, sir, tax is coming to 10,000, sorry, but you have to see income. Samjha? And don't subtract from income. Subtract from, that means check the income and subtract from. Samjha? 3 conditions to be eligible to get rebate. First, resident, individual, income up to 5. Come on. Resident, individual, income up to 5 lakh. If you fulfill these 3 conditions, then you will be eligible for rebate. And then the second question, sir, quantum of rebate. Sir, how much rebate? Rebate is going to be the actual tax that you have calculated. You have already calculated tax by applying slabs. That actual tax or rupees 12,500, whichever is lower. Actual tax or 12,500, whichever is lower, or you can say it like this, maximum rebate will be 12,500. 3 conditions to get rebate: resident, individual, income up to 5 lakh and actual tax or 12,500, whichever is lower. Let us understand with the help of a few examples and also clarify some WhatsApp data floating around in the market about calculation of rebate. कि सर ऐसा होगा तो रिबेट नहीं, वैसा होगा तो रिबेट नहीं. I leave the choice to you whether to trust WhatsApp forwards and influencers or whether to trust what I speak in class. And supposingly you have any doubt, sir, I will say one thing and WhatsApp message is saying something else. I will say one thing and some influencer ka reel is saying something else. So who is correct? Go to income tax website and verify this. Go to income tax website and verify. Let me give you some examples of calculation of rebate. Okay. First case. Do you know we calculated tax for 3 assessees here? Category A, category B, category C. 1,72,500, 1,70,000 and 1,60,000. Correct? Hai? Assume that they are all resident individuals. Okay? Are they resident individuals? Condition 1 satisfied, condition 2 satisfied, and The amount was 1,72,500, less than 5 lakh. So rebate? हाँ नहीं क्यों? Because we don't have to check the tax, we have to check income was, and if the income was 12 lakh, so all the three guys A B C above, no rebate. Sir, क्यों no rebate? As their NTTI is greater than 5, it has to be less than or equal to 5. Correct है? चलो second example, Mr. X, 35 years. Age is important because see, if I don't give you age, you will not know which basic exemption to apply. Okay, so Mr. X, 35 years, NTTI is 4 lakh. NTTI कितना? 4 lakh. Now income, tax nahi. Is income within limit? Yes. So will he get rebate? Huh? No. Why no? Because he is a non-resident. अरे एक मिनट. Is he individual? Is income within limit? So 2 out of 3 conditions fulfilled, no? No? You have to fulfill all 3 conditions to get rebate. चल ठीक है. Next example. X, a resident, has net taxable total income of 4 lakh. क्या बोला bro? X, resident, NTTI 4 lakh, but this X is HUF. Say, I have not said Mr. X. HUF. अरे resident है ना? No rebate. Why no rebate? Because rebate is available only to. So if your income is more than 5 lakh, no rebate. If you are non-resident, no rebate. If you are other than individual, no rebate. It has to be resident, individual, income up to 5 lakh. Chalo. Next example. Supposingly me. Net taxable total income 4 lakh. एक मिनट. You think I've ever gone abroad? Arre? Look at my eye. You think I've gone abroad? Foreign? क्या? पेरिस, ऑस्ट्रेलिया. तो ये पंचायत करते हैं. लेकिन I must also tell you that once I spend 182 days in India for tax purpose, I will be considered as resident, and I know you have forgotten that also. Sir, residential status 182 days, 63, 65 days. Sir, deemed resident. Sir, citizen of India, income more than 15 lakh, not a tax resident in any. Okay, wait. In CA final, direct tax का paper has 30 marks, international tax. Paper का name is direct tax and international taxation. 30 marks of your syllabus is only on international tax. And listen to this carefully. Any chapter which is applicable to non-resident, any section which is applicable to non-resident, that means it is the syllabus of international tax. Any income tax provision which applies to non-residents is a part of the syllabus of international tax. In any chapter or section, the moment I write non-resident, that means I am teaching you international tax. It is a part of that 30. Do you understand this? And thus, knowing that by now you have forgotten, I will be doing residential status also again in one of our chapters, NRI taxation. So relax karo. Residential status will also be covered. Usme there is no amendment between inter and final. But wo malum hai. I know what you know, and therefore we will do it again. For now, because I am talking about myself, let us assume resident. Okay. So, am I eligible for rebate? Check. Condition 1, resident. Condition 2, individual. Condition 3, income. Correct hai? But then we don't calculate rebate first. First we will calculate basic tax. Basic tax. Age दिया ना, तो calculate. Calculate करते हैं. ओ mental maths. देखो, एग्जाम में 5 + 2 is 7 के 8 you are going to confirm on your calculator क्या नहीं? हाँ, तो you better do it. 7,500 करेक्ट है. फर्स्ट 2,50,000. हेलो, फर्स्ट 2,50,000 नो टैक्स एंड सेकेंड 1,50,000 at 5%, 7,500. From this we will subtract rebate under section 87A, actual tax or 7,500, whichever is lower. Effectively we end up making your tax 0. समझा? Fantastic. ये 12 लाख न्यू रेजिम. हाँ, तो व्हाट इज लोअर? चेक कर कैलकुलेटर. 7,500 only is lower. No, तो वही तो सब्ट्रैक्ट किया. I hope you understand that from 7,500 you don't subtract 12,500 and tell the yo तू दे 5,000. Whichever is lower. होता है. Early morning 7 o'clock. Okay. Now, when I told you about my income, you know, my students, my classroom students, I said that my income is only 4 lakh. They felt so sorry for me. बोला सर बेचारा इतना हार्ड वर्क करता है, ऑलवेज ऑन टाइम, बट इनकम इज ओनली 4 लाख. सर देखो, आई प्रीफर यूपीआई, बट यू से के नहीं सर वी विल नॉट गिव यूपीआई, वी कैन प्रे फॉर यू. चाहिए तो काइंड में वी विल गिव यू, कैश में चलेगा, नो प्रॉब्लम. यू प्रेड फॉर मी एंड विथ योर प्रेयर्स माई इनकम इंक्रीज. तो मिस्टर एस 22 years resident, and because of your prayers my income has now become 5 lakh. You don't go by the amount, percentage में देखो. 25% growth, 4 lakh का 25% growth. So am I eligible for rebate? अरे 5 lakh, हाँ, up to 5 lakh equal to 5 lakh also eligible. But first we will not calculate that. Step number 1, basic tax. हाँ कर 12,500 correct. How? 0 to 250 nothing, and 250 to 5 lakh 12,500, and from this we will subtract rebate, actual tax or 12,500, whichever is low. Obviously same amount, 12,500, making your tax 0. correct hai? Thank you for your good wishes, but I requested students that please continue your good wishes, and students also accepted that. बोला ठीक है sir, we will continue our good wishes, and with your good wishes my income again increased. So starting the data is same, you know, Mr. S resident 22 years NTTI, but NTTI is now with your good wishes 5 lakh and 10 rupees. गुड विशेष दिया ना, एंड नाउ यू आर थिंकिंग कि क्या सर 10, अरे इट इज स्टिल बेटर देन 5 लाख. इट इज स्टिल बेटर देन 5 लाख. करेक्ट है. चल लेट अस फर्स्ट कैलकुलेट बेसिक टैक्स. दिस डेटा इज सेम. फर्स्ट स्टेप बेसिक टैक्स कर 12,500 तो फिक्स था 35 लाख. That extra 10 rupees is taxable at a rate of 20. 10 lakh का 20%. So 12,500 into hello. अभी rebate. Why sir? Because income has exceeded 5 lakh. Surcharge. In new regime there is marginal relief and rebate also. New regime में, new regime. Old regime में there is no marginal relief and rebate. Marginal relief and rebate is only in new regime. ये clear है? That means the moment I cross 5 lakh I am disqualified. There is no marginal relief. I have to pay my full tax. And a bright student will ask a very good question at this stage. बोला sir, that means I am clear. Exact 5 lakh हुआ, the full amount will go away because of rebate. And anything above 5 lakh, I will not get rebate. क्लियर है सर? बट सर डाउट ये है, till 5 lakh as per these slabs the highest possible tax is 12,500 only. Either तो it will come 10,000, either तो it will be 0. So what is highest possible tax at 5 lakh का income? 12,500. So sir, why are you doing this time pass of saying actual tax or 12,500, whichever is lower? You directly say actual tax, then also it is fine only, no? Directly say actual tax, because actual tax does not appear to be higher than 12,500 till 5 lakh in any case. So direct, देखो, either also we did actual tax, this was also actual tax only. सीधा actual tax बोलो ना sir. Why do you have to say this? हाँ बोलो. Sometimes your incomes will contain income taxable at special rate. Is that possible? Supposingly all the data is same, huh? So Mr. S, resident, 22 years, all the data is same. Net taxable total income is like this. I have got salary income of 3 lakh rupees and I have got long-term capital gain on sale of house. Right now, I am assuming that you don't know the section 112. So I am not teaching you. I am just telling you there is a section 112. Long-term capital gain will be taxable at special rate, and the special rate on this 2 lakh rupees right now is 12.5%. Special rate. Okay. So what is your net taxable total income? 5 lakh. Am I eligible for rebate? Yes. Resident individual income is exact 5 lakh. But we don't calculate rebate first. What do we calculate first? Basic tax. So, can we calculate tax as per slabs on 5 lakh? No. What do we have to do? Divide it into normal rate and special rate. The income of 112, 2 lakh will be taxable at 12.5%. And the other income, that is 3 lakh, will be taxable at slabs. Correct hai? Chalo. 2 lakh ka 12.5%, 25,000, and at 22 years ka age, tax of 3 lakh, 2,500. So what is your basic tax? 27,500. Now my question is, at 5 lakhs, can actual tax be higher than 12,500? So we will give rebate of maximum 12,500. ये clear है? If my income contains only normal rate का incomes, तो 5 lakh तक tax can never be more than 12,500. Hello. But if my income contains special rate वाला income, it can be more than 12,500. Is that clear? WhatsApp पे कुछ सुना था? मैं बताता हूँ. I'll tell you. With effect from assessment year 26-27. That means in the concept of rebate, I am discussing an amendment. The amendment is no rebate against special rate tax, or you can say against tax calculated, better language, at special rates. That means, एक minute, after amendment, are you thinking that sir, abhi this will not be applicable? Matlab I can take rebate only against 2,500. I cannot take rebate against this amount. Wait. This amendment has come only in the new regime. In the old regime, there is no such amendment. That means the calculation that we have done here is correct even after amendment. In old regime, there is no change. The amendment is applicable to rebate of new regime. एक minute, we haven't started new regime as yet. When I come to new regime, I will tell you condition of rebate as per new regime. I will tell you quantum of rebate as per new regime, and I will write this amendment again. This amendment has come only for new regime. But there is one existing condition in the old regime also, and this is not an amendment. Existing condition that under section 112A, when you earn long-term capital gain on stock market, there also we have a special rate of 12.5%. Against this, there will be no rebate. Matlab, listen, there are many incomes taxable at special rate. In new regime, no rebate against any of them. But and that is an amendment. In old regime, no rebate only against 112A. Matlab your other special rate. Ye wala special rate. This was 112, not 112A. Short-term stock market 111A. Old regime mein rebate hoga. And by chance there is any confusion, because most things that you go and check abhi online ya WhatsApp forwards ya influencers, uske andar they have only spoken about new regime. So all the data that you get, once a budget comes out, everyone is overexcited. You know, we are living in an era of FOMO. Gen Z, na? FOMO. Everyone wants to contribute something about new budget, latest amendments in income tax. All the top CA firms of the country, they make their presentation on the budget, they make a PPT, they convert it into a PDF, they circulate that in WhatsApp groups for branding of their firm. And in all those PDFs, you will find no rebate against special rate, no rebate against special rate. So you'll mentally save this data. Special rate mein no rebate. Bro, that amendment is applicable only in new regime. Old regime mein there is no such amendment. But existing mein tha ek rule. What? 112A ke samne no rebate. There is no change in the old regime. Ye bhi existing rule hai. It's an existing rule. No rebate against 112A wala tax. And when I will do 112A, this also I will do again. When I will do new regime, this I will do again. When I will do 112A, this I will do again. And supposingly you are still having confusion, so I'll give you one suggestion. Okay, go to income tax website. Practical example do. Real life case karke. Let us use technology. But now abhi problem is that if I open Chrome, you'll come to know which websites I regularly open. इसमें वो आता है ना. चल ठीक है, there is nothing that cannot be shown. चल इनकम टैक्स की वेबसाइट पे चल. इनकम टैक्स वेबसाइट, टैक्स कैलकुलेटर किधर? टैक्स, अरे इधर किधर था यार? Here, tax calculator. Let's see now. क्या बोल रहा है ये? What are they saying? Choose this data, and this is, if you observe, as amended as per Finance Act 25. Visible है ना? We are actually, my tab is internet connected, so we are actually checking what income tax का website is telling us. So एक बार के लिए it will become clear all the WhatsApp forwards that you are coming across. All the budget wala PDF, latest updates, changes in the budget, everything will become clear. Okay. Assessment year 26-27, taxpayer, obviously rebate का discussion we are doing, तो we have to do. एक मिनट, यहाँ पे वो स्पेशल रेट डालने का, there is advanced tax calculator also. क्या क्लिक किया रे? अरे अच्छा, it is taking us to the e-filing portal. पहले तो it happened, it used to happen on the website only. I will not waste too much of time, नहीं तो कल I will check and come. When I was preparing the notes of your batch, at that time I checked the website. अभी कौन सा website I checked, I don't remember that. हाँ यही है, advanced tax calculator. Because advanced calculator, इसके अंदर I have the facility of writing special rate का amount also. Basic के अंदर they will only calculate as per slabs. ठीक है? पेन एंड नेम ऑफ द टैक्स पेयर का जरूरत नहीं है. ओल्ड टैक्स रेजिम, असेसमेंट ईयर 26-27, इंडिविजुअल, रेसिडेंट, बिलो 60 ईयर्स. करेक्ट है. प्रोवाइड इनकम डिटेल. कोई भी रैंडम इनकम लिख दो. सैलरी, सपोजिंगली सैलरी इनकम इज, ये स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन भी ले रहा है. ठीक है. सो टैक्सेबल सैलरी इज 3 lakh and income taxable at special rate. किधर है कैपिटल गेन? ये रहा. Let us assume section 100 and एक मिनट रुकना ले. ये AY 26-27 भी सिलेक्टेड ना, इसमें 20% क्यों आ रहा है? ये रहा. 2 लाख लिया. लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन्स, सो टोटल हो गया 5 लाख. कैन यू सी दिस? ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम विजिबल है ना? इनकम टैक्स का वेबसाइट है. 5 लाख टैक्सेबल इनकम. हेलो, 5 लाख. कैन यू सी द अमाउंट ऑफ रिबेट? आर वी गेटिंग 12,500? मतलब आर वी गेटिंग रिबेट अगेंस्ट LTCG ऑल्सो? देख लो. एंड नाउ इफ आई गो टू न्यू रेजिम, न्यू रेजिम में ये कैलकुलेट नहीं. ओल्ड रेजिम में, हाँ एक सेकेंड, दिस वॉज 112. आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू एग्जिस्टिंग लॉ में अगर आई चेंज दिस 112 एंड मेक इट 112A, ये निकाल देता हूं. सो आई रिमूव. आई जस्ट हैव टू शो यू कि रिबेट आएगा कि नहीं. ओके. इनकम इज 5 लाख. फर्स्ट 1,25,000 के ऊपर टैक्स नहीं आएगा. सो 75,000 का 12.5%. 75,000 का 12.5% कितना? यू अंडरस्टूड हाउ? आउट ऑफ 2 लाख 112A, फर्स्ट 125 के ऊपर नो टैक्स. 75 का 12.5 इज 9375. दिस इज योर टैक्स बिकॉज 3 लाख का 2,500 विल बिकम रिबेट. मीन्स ओनली 112A का टैक्स में यू विल नॉट गेट रिबेट. ऑल अदर स्पेशल रेट यू विल गेट रिबेट. एंड ये इफ आई शिफ्ट टू द न्यू रेजिम, ऑफ कोर्स ये भी चेंज हो जाएगा बिकॉज न्यू रेजिम में बेसिक एग्जाम, ये स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन इन सैलरी इज 75,000. ठीक है. एंड कैपिटल गेन के अंदर लेट्स ब्रिंग बैक अवर इसमें भी डोंट हैव एनी रिबेट. कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट? हेलो. जो LTCG का टैक्स है, दैट टैक्स इज फुल्ली पेड. दैट रिबेट इज गोइंग बिकॉज न्यू रेजिम के अंदर स्पेशल रेट का देयर इज नो रिबेट. यू अंडरस्टूड? सो प्लीज अवॉइड. ये पूरा का पूरा लाइव शो वाज फ्रॉम द इनकम टैक्स का वेबसाइट. In the, let's be clear, we will be going to new regime. At that time, I will say this again. In the new regime, you will not get rebate against any income taxable at special rate. That's the only amendment. That means that amendment is not applicable to old regime ka tax. But old regime mein before amendment also there was a rule. What rule? 112A wala stock market pe there will be no rebate. So when I will do stock market, at that time also I will discuss this again. And when I will do new regime, I will discuss this. Is that clear? As of now, my question, actually my explanation was supposed to be only for this. ये right है क्या? Can we take rebate against special rate? Yes, because right now we are in old regime and this is not 112A. This is 112. Against this, rebate calculation is allowed. Clear है? That was your point A. Hello. We calculated basic tax. Basic tax will undergo changes. First change, rebate. 3 conditions to get rebate. resident, individual, income less than or equal to 5 lakh. Once I fulfill the conditions, how much rebate? Actual tax or 12,500, whichever is lower. Concept number 2, the concept of surcharge. If rebate is reduction in tax, surcharge is going to be increase in tax. Income tax is based on a constitutional philosophy. Constitution of India is basically empowering the government to take taxes, and as per constitution, listen to this carefully, as and when your income increases, as and when your income increases, you should contribute more and more tax. Not just in rupees, but in percentage, which is why we have slab rate system. And if you are a low income earning assessee, so whatever tax we calculate, that also we eliminate by the way of rebate. But if you are a high income earning assessee, you have to pay your regular tax plus you have to pay something extra. So rebate is applicable to people with low income levels, income up to 5 lakh. Surcharge is applicable if your income crosses a particular threshold. The moment you cross a certain level of income, you will have to pay extra tax. That extra tax will be surcharge. अभी rebate के लिए there are 3 conditions. What were the 3 conditions? Resident, individual, and income का figure. In surcharge, there is only and only one condition. If your income exceeds rupees 50 lakh, so you will have to pay surcharge of 10%. But later, if your income exceeds 1 crore, so you will have to pay surcharge of 15%. If your income exceeds 2 crore, so you will have to pay 25%. If your income exceeds 5 crore, so you will have to pay 37% surcharge. That's it. Surcharge calculation is only based on NTTI का figure. Surcharge is based on NTTI का figure. ये clear है? Hello? ये rule है. You have to understand what is written in front of you, and you have to also understand what is not written. Rebate का first condition बोलिए. Let me make you understand what I'm trying to say. Rebate का first condition. Have they said anything here? That means surcharge will come for resident as well as no. Whether I say anything or no, surcharge will come for everyone because surcharge में they have only written income. Second condition. Rebate is applicable only to. While surcharge is applicable to all assessees, listen to this please. These are rates of individual. Please pay attention. For the other assessees, we have surcharge, but rates are different. So as we go to the Abhikya, one is going on. Old regime individual. Hello. Then we will go to. Come on. Second assessee, old regime HUL. Rebate not applicable. Surcharge applicable. Rates applicable. So surcharge is applicable to all assessees, whether resident or non-resident, whether individual or other assessees. ये clear है? So first condition, rebate resident, surcharge everyone. Second condition, rebate individual, surcharge everyone, different rates, but these are rates of individual. Third condition, rebate is applicable when income is less than or equal to 5 lakh. Surcharge is applicable after 50 lakh. Because use your common sense. This amount was never going to be same. The threshold of surcharge and rebate can never be same. So that 5 lakh and 50 lakh ka comparison we don't have to do. There is something else which is hidden. Did you observe that? I am not comparing 5 lakh and 50 lakh. Obviously, rebate low level, surcharge high level. But there is one more thing that you have to observe. Kya? That rebate said less than or equal to 5 lakh, but surcharge is. This is very, very important for you to note. Because your exam question will come on exact 5 lakh. Exact 5 lakh, rebate, yes. Exact 50 lakh, surcharge, no. Exact 1 crore, surcharge, yes. Welcome to direct tax. Check कर calculator पे 1 crore is greater than 50 lakh के. वापस कर. Second attempt. Exact 2 crore, surcharge, yes. Which one? 15%. Exact 5 crore surcharge? Yes. 25%. You understood? Rebate will come at equal to 5 lakh, but surcharge is always greater. Surcharge ka rate will also change, not at equal to, but at greater. You understood this? So, quick recap. First, rebate is for resident, surcharge is for everyone. Second, rebate is for individual, surcharge is for everyone, but these are rates of individual. Third, rebate is available at equal to 5 lakh, surcharge is applicable at greater than 50 lakh. Okay? Conditions का difference clear? Now, rebate का quantum was given in rupees. तो अभी 12,500 का threshold you have to learn. A problem ये है that surcharge is not given in rupees, surcharge is given in percentage. So percentage में there is one more question, that this percentage will be applicable on both, because traditionally I have seen a lot of students go terribly and horribly wrong here. मैं बताता हूँ what kind of mistake they make. For example, income is 1.5 crore. So which surcharge is applicable? 1.5 crore. 15%. See, understand कि these are not slabs. If income is 40 lakh, 0. 80 lakh, 10. 1.5, 15. 2.5, 25. Hello, 5.5, 37. ये slabs नहीं. Any one surcharge will apply based on total income. So at 1.5 crore, what is your applicable surcharge? 15%. ये clear है? You know what mistake people make? Sir, 1.5 crore, 15%. So they apply 15% on 1.5 crore. No. Surcharge is not calculated as a percentage of income. Surcharge will be calculated on your basic tax. Surcharge is calculated at a percentage of basic tax. समझा? Hello. Example. If my net taxable total income is 1.5 crore. Now you know what, it doesn't matter whether I am resident or non-resident, surcharge will come for everyone. What will be the applicable percentage of surcharge? 15. Slabs nahi hai, one flat rate of surcharge. But on what? Not on 1.5. First step is I will calculate basic tax. First step, calculate basic tax. Basic tax on 1.5 crore. Assume category A. I also want to see how do you use the fast method of doing it. Oh, calculators. $43 lakh 12,500. सर कैसे? 1 crore 40 lakh का 30%, that is 42 lakhs plus 1 lakh 12,500 will make it 43 lakh 12,500. Correct है? And on this 43 lakh 12,500 we will apply surcharge of 15%. Surcharge will always be calculated as a percentage of basic tax. Is this clear? So rebate only for resident, surcharge for everyone, rebate for individual, surcharge for everyone, rebate at 0 to 5 lakhs. Now see, if income is 0 to 5 lakhs, it is a case of rebate. If income is greater than 5 lakh, till exact to 50 lakh, nothing, no rebate, no surcharge. And greater than 50 lakh up to infinity, it will be a case of surcharge. Clear hai surcharge ka concept? But surcharge ka concept is not yet over. Surcharge ka concept has got two things. जैसे rebate में भी we had discussion now by some examples. Surcharge has got 2 points to be noted. First, under surcharge we have a concept of marginal relief. Whenever your income is just above the surcharge threshold, just above the surcharge threshold, but surcharge will still come. But there will be problem. I will explain the problem with the help of two taxpayers. Taxpayer A, taxpayer B. Assessee A, assessee B. Mr. A, Mr. B. Category A. they are giving you their net taxable total income का figure. Mr. A का income is exact 1 crore. Possible है someone earning exact 1 crore NTTI, and Mr. B का income is 1 crore 5,000. 1 crore and 1 crore 5,000. Possible income figures. If I ask you, very carefully answer this question. How much B has earned more than A? What is the difference in income? 5,000. Obviously, B will pay higher tax than A on 5,000. Correct? Let us calculate that basic tax. Then we will have our discussion. Basic tax of A and basic tax of B. 28,12,500. कैसे 90 लाख का 30% is 27 plus 1,12,500 and B 28 lakh 14,000. This time it will be 90 lakh 5,000 का 30% plus 1,12,500. What is the difference in tax? What was the difference in income? 5,000. They are falling in 30% rate. So 5,000 will be taxable at 30% and 5,000 ka 30%. Magic. Obviously this difference was going to come. But now will come the problem. B has earned only 5,000 more than A. The difference in income is 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. But what will be the difference in tax? Both of them will be liable for surcharge. A में surcharge equal to 1 crore. A में surcharge, come on. Why? Because still greater than 50 lakh. So if it is greater than 50 lakh, then 10% wala surcharge will come. And what about B? 15% because it is greater than 1 crore. So B ka surcharge will be 15%. Surcharge will be calculated on. See, I am so fast. 281, 250. Asmat, I am actually fast. Ja, check kar. Basic plus surcharge 30 lakh 93,750 and 32 lakh 36,100. Now comes the problem. Here is the problem. You understand the problem, we will find out the solution. What is the difference in tax? After adding surcharge, what is the difference in tax? Correct hai? Now comes the objection of B. Just think about yourself as B. Huh? You are B. Who you? B. How much have you earned more than A? 5,000. The difference in income is 5,000 only. And how much tax you are paying more than A? 1,42,000. Matlab, think about it as B. If you conceal only 5,000 of your income, only 5,000 ka tax evasion. Zyada nahi, only 5,000. Your income will become this and your tax will become this. Because of this 5,000, your tax is becoming. Understand the statement. See if you understand this statement. Listen to the next line carefully. On extra income of 5,000, B is paying extra tax of 142,350. Only because of 5,000. And I prove it by saying, if this 5,000 does not exist, so this will become my tax. So because of 5,000, tax is increasing by 1 lakh. Just imagine 5,000 ka income, 1,42,000 ka tax. And B is like, sir, kya kar rahe ho? What the hell is going on? I have earned how much extra income? 5,000 and extra tax 1,42,000. So B is now giving an offer to the income tax department. Sir, do one thing. You keep full 5,000. Sir, my extra income is only 5,000. वो full amount you keep. But because of 5,000, don't increase my tax by 1,42,000. You found it funny? He offered what? Keep 5,000. Income tax department said, okay, give 5,000. What is the difference in income? 5. So the maximum difference in tax can also be 5,000. If this amount is 30,93,750, so this amount will be maximum 30,98,750. You understand? B ka income exceeds by rupees 5,000. So B ka tax can exceed by rupees 5,000 only. So if we have to keep only 30,98,750 year, so we will have to subtract some amount. Think about it. How much? 5,000. Subtract 1,37,350. This amount that we are subtracting, ladies and gentlemen, is your marginal relief. And if I have to explain the concept of marginal relief in one sentence, I can speak about it for hours and hours and you will not understand. One sentence is good enough to make you understand. Kya? The difference in tax cannot exceed the difference in income. The difference in tax cannot exceed the difference in income, and that is your concept of marginal relief. The difference in tax cannot exceed the difference in income. If income is exceeded by 5,000, so tax ka difference will be maximum 5,000. That's your marginal relief. If there is anything extra, remove. Clear hai? Everyone? Anybody who is an outstation student staying in a hostel only for pursuing CA has come from others. Don't care about it. Outstation student? बोलना मत सर, दादर टू outstation. नहीं तो everyone goes home no from here, मतलब evening. एक मिनट, तो अब तुम home समझो या office समझो. In any case, you are not doing anything great in office. If you believe that this whole office is dependent upon me, if I don't go, this office will shut down. So you are staying in some fantasy world. Try leaving that office once. Try quitting that office. See, that office will still continue. Check. And it's a matter of time. You have to get rid of that office soon. अच्छा तुम तो 3 साल वाला November 23 was last exam in old course. अच्छा articleship का rule was changed in May 23 attempt itself. Oh, तब तो by now you must be done near completion. हाँ almost near. Couple of months, few months maximum उतना ही होगा ना. Check कर लेना that office will still work in the same big corporate park. हाँ, that office won't shut down. Challenge है. So you are not doing anything great in office. Both of us know that. Correct है? Office में when you are free, which is always, do it please. Net taxable total income 50,01,000. Solve this question by yourself before you come tomorrow. Let me tell you, this is CA final. I know your mentality has become, sir, हमको आना होगा तो हम आएंगे, नहीं आना होगा तो नहीं आएंगे. One day I did not feel like coming to class, so I did not come to class. I was not sure whether I am well or unwell, but I thought I am unwell, so I did not come to class. Sir, you are giving all the facilities. Sir, you are like कभी emergency है, audit है, तो you are allowing online live also. Sir, you are giving backup also, so we will not come to class, then you are defeating the purpose of enrollment. Please understand, live class now, whether offline or online, is irreplaceable. The backup that is being given to you is a safety measure to take care of your emergencies. Because of some family, in our days we did not have the facility. Lecture bunk kiya, you have to manage that part on your own. Sir used to say next batch was after my attempt. There was no recording. If found misusing, अच्छा recording है तो I will never go to class only. I will watch only recording. I will stop the access. Misuse नहीं करना. There is an emergency. That's a different thing. Facility है. I don't want a situation where you are an offline student but every day coming online. All that is not going to be allowed. We will adjust for your emergencies, but please don't misuse the facility. And ऐसा नहीं है that I have taken admission but full syllabus I will watch on recorded. So why did you take live admission? Do you understand, when in a live class I am teaching for 3 hours, the productive time is also 3 hours. अब check कर recording में, when you watch the recording for 3 hours, what is the effective study time in that? Both of us know that. पता है ना? Please don't misuse the facility. Okay. So please make sure you solve this income. I am going to monitor people personally. I have this habit of personal attention, one-to-one attention of all the students. अच्छा अभी ये मत करना कि no sir, these students were your students in intermediate, we studied intermediate from someone else. So once you are in the classroom, every student is equal wherever you studied intermediate. Okay, so I am going to monitor each one of you personally. और ये मत सोचना sir we are online, you can never check what we are doing. I am going to keep a check on everyone. Please make sure you solve and come. There should not be a situation कि sir इतना सा work I am giving you, one question 50 lakh 1000, that also you are not solving. To be very honest, TBH बोलते ना, you Gen Z, what do you do? TBH. To be honest, जितना discussion I did about office, not going to office, उतने time में you should have actually completed this. हो गया ना? उसका हो गया, mean what? He's like sir इसका हो गया, तो तेरा क्या? At exact, let me explain how you are going to solve this. At exact 50 lakh only slabs ka tax will come, no surcharge. At 50 lakh and 1000, slabs ka tax will come. It will be 300 higher. You get 1000 rupees, 30%. Plus there will be 10% surcharge. Hello. The difference in tax can be maximum 1000 rupees. मतलब like literally orally I have solved it only. The numbers ka please make sure that you solve it. ये first point under surcharge is clear. एक minute. Main concept of surcharge is clear. First point under surcharge, marginal relief, is clear, because now we are going to go to the most complicated aspect of surcharge. First attempt is the best attempt. If you don't understand in the first attempt, then convince yourself exam में नहीं आएगा सर जाने. First attempt is the best attempt. Very very complicated, very complicated. Okay, brightest students get stuck. Shall we? They have defined 5 incomes which we are going to consider as special incomes from the purpose of surcharge, not special rate of tax. 5 incomes will be considered as special incomes which will be immune from 25% and 37% wala surcharge. At intermediate only 4 of them were applicable, but final mein they are 5. One more income will come. I'll discuss. These incomes will be immune from 25 and 37. मतलब एक मिनट. When does 25% surcharge apply? After income crosses 2 crore, and it becomes 37 after income crosses 5 crore. So keep 2 crore in mind, because we are talking about 25 and 37. Anything above 2 crore, which can be 25 or 37, not applicable on these incomes. मतलब if this income is 20 crore also, this will not apply. एक मिनट. When I say this will not apply, so obviously 15 will apply. Do you understand? That means we will not apply 25 and 37 on these incomes. In other words, for applying 25 and 37 surcharge, you will have to check your other incomes. The other income का figure should be more than 2 crore. 25 comes only after 2 crore. So other income का figure should be more than 2 crore. Are you with me? Wait. This is a little complicated. So let me first tell you what are those 5 incomes. The special incomes. First, income under section 111A. Income under section 111A. What is 111A? Short-term capital gain that you earn on stock market. Income under section 112A is what? Long-term capital gain that you earn on stock market. Income under section 112, that is long-term capital gain all other than stock market. Income in the form of dividend, where there is no special rate of tax. Rate of tax is normal. But for this concept, it is considered as special income. These 4 were applicable at inter. So at inter, I used to say 4 special income. But in final, there is one more income. This you may not, again, you will not know about this income right now. You will learn this in special rate of tax chapter. There is a section 115 AD. 115 AD where there is special rate on capital gains that are earned by foreign institutional investors in our country, FIIs. Foreign institutions who have come with money to invest in Indian markets, Indian stock markets. They will acquire equity shares, preference shares, debentures, bonds, government securities. And one fine day, when they sell those securities, will there be capital gains? FIIs का capital gain के लिए there is a special section. Which section? 115 AD. So that section is also covered under this special income rule. This special capital gain of FIIs was not a part of the syllabus of intermediate. So when we deal with this concept at intermediate, we say 4 special incomes because these 4 are applicable. But at final, we will say 5 special incomes. What is special about these 5? That they are going to be granted immunity from 25 and 37. They are going to be granted immunity from 25 and 37. That means if you want to apply 25% surcharge or 37% surcharge, your other income kya? Salary, house property, business, profession, short term other than stock market. Think about it. Short term other than stock market is not coming here. All your other IFOS other than dividend, that other income ka total should cross 2 crore. Then only 25-37 will apply. That means the mistake which students make is they try to think about this concept for applying 0% surcharge, 10% or 15% surcharge. First, be clear. Till 50 lakh 0% surcharge. Be clear. Till 50 lakh 0% surcharge. Correct hai? More than 50 lakh 10% surcharge. Till 1 crore. More than 1 crore 15% surcharge. Till 2 crore. If your NTTI is falling at these 3 levels, this concept is not applicable. This concept starts by asking us a question. Are you falling in 25-37? Then apply me. Who falls in 25-37? More than 2 crore. So if the total is not more than 2 crore, you cannot think or apply this concept. You are at the wrong place. So what should you do? Step number 1. Tell me one thing. Simple question. Surcharge, whether 0, 10, 15, 25 or 37 is applicable on the basis of which amount? What amount you check to decide surcharge आएगा कि नहीं आएगा? Entity I know, तो check entity. Check entity. Following are the possibilities. On the basis of your NTTI, we come to know that NTTI is less than 2 crore, less than or equal to 2 crore. Means your surcharge is coming to 0%, 10% or 15%. So apply the surcharge and finish the question. This concept that we are currently learning not applicable. If your surcharge is coming to 0, 10, 15, this concept is not applicable. There is no step 2. Is that clear? But if NTTI is greater than, greater than 2 crore, so what can be your answer? It can be either 25 or 37, because upper side it can go to more than 5 crore also. So you will have to do step number 2. If the answer is coming to 0, 10, 15, question is over. Apply the surcharge, finish it. If the answer, please understand, this whole concept is applicable only and only in cases of 25 and 37. If the answer is coming to 25 and 37, check your other incomes. Check what? Other. When I say other income, means other than 5 special incomes. Which are the 5 special incomes? 111A, 112A, 112 dividend, 115AD. Say it again, please. 111A, 112A, 112 dividend, 115AD. Other incomes ko check karo. If the other incomes are exceeding 2 crore, so you will apply 25% only on that part. Kyun? Because these 5 incomes have been granted immunity from 25 and 37. If the other income is exceeding 5 crore, so you will apply 37% again only on that part, because these 5 incomes will always come under 15% highest. 25, 37 not applicable. But if the other incomes, other than the 5 special, salary, house, property, PCB, if that is coming to 2 crore or less, sir, total was more than 2 crore. Hello? But other income is not more than 2 crore. 25, 37 can apply only on other incomes. If that other income is not more than 2 crore, so you will apply 15% on everything. 25, 37 not applicable. In other words, to apply 25 and 37, you have to check income other than 5 special incomes. So the confusion is, normally surcharge is not applicable on the basis of any individual income. Surcharge is applicable on the basis of total income. But 25 and 37 is applicable on the basis of individual income. आप समझे? Let us do a few examples. But some of you have written these steps. Have you stored these steps in your mind? First, what will you check? Chalo, let's revise. I'll do examples. First, see if we have 5 special incomes. What are the 5 special incomes? 111A, 112A, 112 dividend and correct hai? 5 special income check kiya. Now we have to decide surcharge. For surcharge, step number 1, bina dekhe, without looking. First step, think about total income. Total income 0 to 50 lakh, 0% over, concept not applicable. Total income more than 50 lakh up to 1 crore, 10%, this concept not applicable. Total income more than 1 crore up to 2 crore, 15%, this concept not applicable. ये clear है? Total income more than 2 crore or 5 crore, so 25, 37 applicable है. But then 25, 37 can't apply on the basis of total. For that you have to check other income. If other income is more than 2 crore, 25 will come only on that much part. If other income is more than 5 crore, 37 will come only on that much part. If other income does not exceed 2 crore, then why is total exceeding 2 crore? Because total includes the 5 special incomes also. So that means, can I say, here the total is exceeding 2 crore because we have other incomes also. Special income, other income ka total. Then 25, 37 will not apply, 15% will apply on everything. Just save these steps in your mind. If there is any confusion, so jo examples I will do with you now, the confusion will get over. Pehle I will do some simple examples. Then I will give you the chance to create examples. So whatever is your doubt, just keep that doubt in your mind. You have to create examples for me. First, let me give you my examples. We will do what? Special incomes. How many special incomes? 5. 111A, 112, 112A, dividend at 115A. Then we have normal income, or you can say other income. Do you understand? This total becomes my entity. Like, tax is calculated on entity, and surcharge का rate is decided on the basis of entity. ये correct है? Everyone? So, fantastic. Supposingly, my 5 special incomes are 50 lakhs and my normal income is 5.1 crore. So what is my total income? 5.6 crore. Step number 1, check NTTI. Is NTTI exceeding 2 crores? First look at this and decide surcharge. Decide kar. 37. Wait. If you are getting 25 and 37, so you will have to split these incomes. Check other income. On this income, is this more than 5 crore? So yes, we will apply 37. But 25, 37 cannot apply on this. The whole concept is basically on this part 25, 37 not applicable. Everyone is with me? On this part 25, 37 is not applicable. For 25 and 37, this has to be more than 2 crore or more than 5 crore. Are you understanding? Take a second. One mistake which is possible here is that if you apply whatever surcharge on this figure, it is already a big blunder because surcharge is not applicable on income. We will first calculate tax on this. We will first calculate tax. Hello, surcharge is applicable on tax. Ye correct hai? Now what will be the surcharge? By looking at this, we are getting 37, but 37 will not apply. 37 will apply only on this much. Hello, iska surcharge will be only 15%. Now the mistake that you will make is, sir, ये तो 50 lakh है, तो it should be 0%. So you're not understanding. Checking the individual income is applicable only for 25 and 37. Otherwise, we always check this amount. Otherwise, एक काम करो, chart में. You have this number, this example, 50 plus 5.1. Check कर. You're coming on left side or right side? Right side. Correct hai? Correct hai? In right side, because our answer is coming to 37, we are actually checking other incomes. Check kar other incomes. 37% will come only on that other income. If it was between 2 and 5, then 25 will come only on that other income. However, on the 5 incomes, while we are not applying 25 and 37, 15% is always going to be applicable. See, if answer was 0, that means we are here. If answer is 10, that means we are here. If we are on this side, matlab 15 is applicable, 25 or 37 may or may not be applicable. You understand? All the discussion is happening only for 25 and 37. 15 is going to be applicable. Let's understand like this. Supposingly this income is 6 crore. This income is 10 lakh. What is your total? 6.1 crore. Calculate tax on this amount and tax on this amount, because surcharge is not calculated on income. Surcharge will be calculated on tax. Step number 1. Step number 1. Check entity. That is 6.1. Your answer is 37%. But if your answer is 37, then you can't apply that. You have to check other income. Other income is how much? 10 lakh. So dekho, we are on this side. And if we are on this side, that means what is our answer? This or this, both will come under 15. Dekho, here you are very easily understanding. Arey haan sir, is pe 25 is not applicable, so 15. The confusion is about this. Sir, 10 lakh pe it should be 0. Then you are not understanding. The individual figure is not checked for 0 or 10 or 15. Individual figure we check only for 25 and 37. Otherwise, surcharge will come on the basis of this. So 0, 10, 15 on the basis of this, 25 and 37 on the basis of this. You understood? Let me see how much. Now you will have to give me some answers. 1.5 crore, 3 crore, 4.5 crore. The maximum help that I do for you or I will do for you, okay, surcharge will apply on tax, not on income. Correct hai? Chalo. What are you thinking? I just want to know what you are thinking. See, you have to think a lot and not write everything. In human life ke liye ek lesson I am telling you. You already know it by the way. We don't speak everything that we think. Otherwise, we will have no relations. We don't speak everything that we think. Correct hai? So think about everything. Speak what is relevant. First thing that you thought of? NTTI. What's your answer? 25. Between 2 and 5. But 25 you can't apply direct. For that you will check other income. Other income is how much? Is it more than 2 crore? So will we apply 25? Yes. But on this? 15. Supposingly this was 5.5 crore also. Still it will be. This was 55 crore also. Still 15 because immunity is granted from 25 and 37. Ye clear hai? Okay. This full thing you will solve. Okay, total is still coming same only. I am only interchanging the two amounts. Whatever analysis you want to do, you do. Give me the final answer, sir. दोनों पे 15. Sir, why? Because this is less than 2 crore, no? So 25 cannot come. And that means 15 will come on everything. Clear hai? Absolutely clear hai? Now it is an open house. With this chart, I strongly believe where you have to place your amounts and decide surcharge, you will be able to do in any case. But in case you have any doubt, you have any figure in your mind, you have any amount, ke sir, if aisa hoga to what or waisa hoga to what. So this is, open. Anybody wants to create any amount, any example? No. अगर total 25 या 37 आ रहा है तो, for example, you can't generalize like this. Supposingly, you know what you are thinking, sir ये 2 crore से कम है तो 15 लगेगा, is what you are interpreting. नहीं bro, please understand. What if this is 5 lakh and the total is only 15 lakh? NTTI is greater than 2 crore. वो confirm है? Then only this concept is applicable. Then what you are saying is right. Then your interpretation is right. Assuming that NTTI has exceeded 2 crore. If this is exceeding 2 crore, example banao. 2 crore is NTTI. The wrong concept. This total has to be more than 2 crore. नहीं तो wrong example. 2.1 crore. Okay. So 2 crore and ये आपका example. First step we will do tax in both. Come on. Then we think about surcharge. Honestly speaking, I believe this example is actually same as this example. But फिर भी we do analysis as per chronology taught to you. 25%. But 25 you can't apply direct. For 25 you check this. Is this more than 2 crore? No. This is not more than 2 crore. Then we will apply 15% on it. Understood? हाँ, but provided this is more than 2 crore. We समझ लो अगर ये 50 lakh होता या 80 lakh होता, then it won't be 15-15, no? Then तो you are on the left side of step 1. So when you say हमेशा ऐसा होगा, is on an assumption is there if this total is more than 2 crore. अगर ये 0% या 10% या 15% का surcharge है, तो we can't come here. You understood? We will do this only if it is a case of 25 and 37. And for 25 and 37, this total has to be more than 2 crore. नहीं तो you are in the wrong concept. See, understand it like this. Whatever example you create on this concept, you please make sure that जो total है ना total NTTI का, this total should be more than 2 crore. If in any of your example this total is coming to 0 to 2 crores, so you are doing a wrong concept, a wrong example, because 2537 का thought process cannot trigger unless and until the total is more than 2 crores. Now no confusion. Or you want to create more examples, then also most likely. Anybody? He said 1 minute. Chalega. No problem. I love this when students participate with me in class. Let it consume some time. You all have already agreed for extra 1 hour on Saturdays. देखो, yesterday I asked, no one objected, and if you say sir मैं absent था, that means you are not allowed to participate in that class discussion. इसलिए never bunk lectures. Because I love it when students are actually thinking. Special rate? एक मिनट. Total has to be more than 2 crore. ये क्लियर है? पक्का? That means we will check 2537 will come or will not come. 25 के लिए we will check this amount and decide कि 25 के 37 applicable के नो. Please understand, यहाँ पे 10 cannot come. अगर 10 आ रहा है, that means you are in the wrong concept. Supposingly, this was 1 rupee also. आप क्या बोल रहे हो? मैं 0. You are saying take example of 10%. I am taking example of 1 rupee. ये 2 crore से ज्यादा है. तो this has to be, you know, maybe something like 3 crore and 1 rupee. तो इसको 3 crore होना पड़ेगा. So here it will be 25. क्यों 25? It is more than 2 crore. यहां पे कितना सरचार्ज आएगा? See, of course, we have concepts of unexhausted basic exemption limit. We have such concepts, but I am only discussing which surcharge rate to apply. यहाँ पे 15 तो आएगा ना? Why? Because if the answer is 10, वो कब आता है? If total is 0 to 2 crore, तो फिर this example is not applicable. This concept is only not applicable. In other words, सुनो, the concept that we are doing, उसमें 0 और 10 cannot exist. If 0 and 10 is coming as your answer, so this concept is not applicable. This concept is not applicable. In this concept, if there will be ever any calculation, 2537 may or may not come. If it comes on the basis of other income, good enough. If it does not come, 15 तो आएगा. 10 or 0 can never come. If you are getting your answer as 10 or 0, तो concept wrong हो रहा है. Clear है? You were saying, you all were saying something, कुछ discussion कुछ. नहीं? Are you ready, bro? आदित्य ना? हे बाबा. हाँ, बोलो. Harsh.
Special income 3 crore.
Special income 3 crore.
Other income 2 crore 1,000.
2 crore. So see, you are basically trying to introduce the concept of marginal relief. Marginal relief का question comes later. Understand? चलिए मैं discuss कर लेता हूँ. 2 crore. So this becomes 5 crore. I am avoiding zeros. 5 crore 1,000. Correct? First, you will calculate. Please understand. First step will be basic tax. Basic tax में तो you have got no question of surcharge, and as long as surcharge does not come, there is no question also of marginal. ये clear है? First step will be basic tax. Next step will be you will decide what amount of surcharge will apply. Decide कर. Step number 1. पहले खाली surcharge का discussion है. You are basically doing with me a discussion which is merging this concept with marginal relief. But उसके पहले, are we clear about which surcharge will apply when? That answer, are you ready? वो clear है? चल, you give me the answer. First, you are checking what? NTTI. तो 37 answer. But 37 is directly not applicable. For 25, 37, I have to check this. ये कितना है?
स्पेशल इनकम तो 15% लगे हैं एक्सपेक्टेड इनकम।
ये क्लियर है? करेक्ट है? नाउ यू विल गेट basic plus surcharge from your this is going to be your total. Now you have to compare this person with someone who has got this 3 crore, who has got this 2 crore. The total is 5 crore. Iska we will do tax, then we will decide surcharge. पहले surcharge बता for both 15 and 15. So we will get basic tax plus surcharge here. Do you realize this total is the tax of the 5 crore guy? This total is the tax of 5 crore 1000 guy. अब इन दोनों का difference cannot be more than 1000. The doubt is, or the answer to your doubt, I know your doubt and I am ready with the answer. Your doubt is when I am doing comparison, उस time पे special income you have to take as it is. The comparison is by adjusting your normal income, because special income is taxable at special rate. The difference of marginal relief is calculated कि normal income इतना है, normal income मतलब see ये special income था, this was his normal income. When you compare for marginal relief purpose, वो comparison क्या था? Somebody earning 1 crore, somebody earning 1 crore 5,000. वही comparison था. Actually my assessee was 1 crore 5,000. That 1 crore वाला assessee I took as an example for comparison. So you understand, this is my assessee. ये I am creating only so that I can compare for marginal relief. So when I am creating a second assessee, उसका special income I can't touch. If he has earned special income, it will remain as it is. So फिर adjustment will happen in which amount? Normal income. मतलब your question was in इतना सा, या my answer is इतना सा. For comparing with the surcharge threshold, you will adjust the figure of normal income, not the figure of special income. Clear है? क्या normal income? तो compare your, ये आदमी नहीं है, normal income क्या नहीं रहेगा?
आपने दोनों ने 5 करोड़ 1 करोड़ और 5 करोड़ में इनकम पूरा टैक्सेबल कैपिटल गेन कर,
तो भी सेम थिंग नहीं तो भी सेम थिंग होगा ना.
अगर 5 करोड़ का आपको कैपिटल गेन है,
हाँ
5 करोड़ 1 करोड़,
मतलब you mean to say कि this is my income tax. मैं private tuition, you know how much I charge for private tuition? Take your fees, okay, multiply by I guess about, if I charge by the hour, so if I calculate के इतना total hours, इतना my per hour fees, so that total collection from one student divide by the fees of classroom, so it will come to roughly the fees of 50-60 students. 60 students in offline class is private tuition fees of one student. तो सुन bro, मेरे पेट पे क्यों लात मार? Let me explain. ये आदित्य एक भी दूर कंफ्यूज हो गया था. You are heard, she is Aditya. Aditya is saying, is this your example, Aditya? First of all, this tax will be completely calculated at special rate. इसका surcharge. Come on. Why? Because 25-37 can't apply. Now when you have to compare this guy, when you had both, so you will obviously adjust the figure of normal income. You have to keep special as it is. But अगर इसको compare करना है, तो you will have to take 5 crore, जो total is also 5 crore. इसका tax होगा, that tax will go at 15%. This plus this का difference cannot be more than 1,000. So basically the examples which were created by some of the classroom students were, sir, agar this concept merged with the concept of marginal relief आया, तो what will be the case? First you will adjust against the figure of normal income. Special income you can't touch, but if special income is the only income, तो फिर comparison के लिए you have no choice. Clear है? Absolutely. मतलब which rate of surcharge will apply, is that doubt clear? Actually my whole explanation was about that, and I appreciate the fact that you have merged the two concepts for absolute clarity. Now no issue, no problem. हाँ बोल ना.
इस एग्जांपल में मैंने ऐसा लिया कि नॉर्मल में कुछ नहीं है.
Because there is no normal income only.
नॉर्मल इनकम भी लो और इधर बस चेंज करो ना. अभी इधर 5 करोड़ 1000 है, मैं नॉर्मल इनकम भी लिया है और कुछ तो अमाउंट आएगा टोटल. तो नीचे जब मैं कंपेयर करेगा तो कंपेयर में 1000 में एडजस्ट करेगा नॉर्मल इनकम से.
Special income you will have to keep. Clear? In any case, supposingly you still have, मतलब ऐसा कि you practice. मैंने बोला 50 लाख 1000 वाला सॉल्व करके आना. बट बोथ ऑफ अस नो के ऑफिस में दूसरा भी कुछ भी काम जनरली नहीं है. तो इन केस दैट दैट अमाउंट करके यू फील के सर ये किस में एडजस्ट होगा, यू ब्रिंग इट. नॉट टुमारो वी विल अगेन सिट एंड डिस्कस. नो प्रॉब्लम. एनी अमाउंट दैट यू about 25 or 15 becoming applicable. You can create your example in the meantime. Okay? बोलो.
maximum pay special वाले कॉलम का maximum pay कैसे 15%. दूसरा ये जो net taxable income जो है वो आपसे समझने के लिए तो मैं 25 या 37 में जा रही हूँ 10 years.
नहीं NTTI का फिगर is to decide 0, 10, 15, 25, 37.
ये बेसिक तो मेरा ये दो कॉलम का
Doesn't matter. लेकिन अगर आंसर is coming to 25 and 37, तो you have to check other income का figure, not the special income वाला figure. Without including special income, is it more than 2%?
NTTI का rate does not finalize दोनों कॉलम.
Correct. 0, 10, 15 होगा तो फाइनल है. 25 and 37 होगा तो it is not final. Is that clear? Any other doubt, difficulty? पक्का? चलो. Bro, listen. Now if I do C, hey Bhagwan, the first question is points about tax calculation. Hello, एक minute. Old regime, individual, basic tax. After basic tax, rebate, surcharge. Third and the last concept, health and education cess, HEC. Health and education cess, HEC. Rebate में there were 3 conditions: resident individual income up to 5 lakh. Surcharge में there was only one condition: income crossing a particular limit. Cess में there is no condition. Cess will come when? Always. मतलब whether you are rich or poor, whether you are a case of rebate or surcharge, cess will come always. In fact, one good news about cess is across assessees, not just individual. Abhi we are doing individual, but later we have HUF, company, firm, AOP, LLP, cooperative society, everyone. Across regimes, old regime, new regime. Rebate में old regime and new regime rules are different. Surcharge का old regime, new regime rules are different. New regime में 37 is not applicable. Assessees by assessee तो अलग है, because individual में there is rebate, others में it is not there. Surcharge का rates different. If there is one thing which is common for all assessees in both regimes, old and new, no change. Cess will always apply at a rate of 4%. Please do not do not go and tell this to auntie, because you may be having personal connect with her. She is from Tamil Nadu. Do not go and tell this to auntie. Q. If she finds out that cess is very easy, everywhere it is same, she's like, हाँ, क्या मतलब? Let's change it. For individual, up to this much income 2%, up to this much income 3%, up to this much income 4%. For company flat 6%, for firm flat 5%. She can do whatever she wants. Old regime में इतना cess, new regime में concession in cess, because she wants everyone to go to new regime. Don't tell this to her कि auntie cess is same everywhere. Let this remain a secret between you and me. As of today, HEC is same all throughout, 4%. But on what amount? मतलब no condition. It will come on everyone. On what? Step number 1, calculate your basic tax. First step is always going to be calculation of basic tax. Before you calculate basic tax, don't even have any discussion. From this basic tax minus rebate. Obviously, if applicable, because rebate is not applicable always. So we have to mention if applicable. In your basic tax, add surcharge including the adjustment of marginal relief, but that also you understand. Okay, rebate surcharge don't come always. And do you also understand that between these two, it can be any one. Rebate and surcharge can never coexist. Bro, income cannot be less than 50 lakh and less than 5 lakh and more than 50 lakh. In mathematics, in statistics, in probability, they are known as mutually exclusive events. I know, option. Sir, we cleared foundation. How? Don't ask. वो भी मैथ्स का पेपर. Sir, don't ask me. चलो छोड़ो. But you understand, rebate surcharge में से any one will come. Sometimes it can be none of them also. After 5 lakh up to 50 lakh. Whatever is applicable, finish everything. मतलब, before starting point C, above point C, whatever you have seen, basic, special rate, rebate, surcharge, complete all your steps, finish everything. And with that amount, you come to this step, and on that amount, you apply 4%. On the second last amount, you apply 4%, add 4%, and you will get your final. ये clear है? And it will come on all assessees, always at a fixed rate of 4%. In fact, old regime, new regime, same. So after you do basic, adjust your rebate, adjust your surcharge, adjust your marginal relief, and on that amount, apply 4% cess. After adding cess, what you will get is, listen to this carefully. This will be your total tax liability. So at the beginning, we calculated something called basic tax liability. Now we are getting something called total tax liability. Total tax liability. Everyone is with me? ICAI is going to play with you ganda games. They are not going to see whether you know the law. Of course, you know the law. You are going to know the law very well. It obviously depends on who you learn it from. Your knowledge of law is going to be perfect. But they are going to check whether you are reading the question properly. There will be a question asking you, calculate the tax payable. You do basic tax. You do perfect rebate. You do perfect surcharge. Says every step is correct. You have not made a single mistake. But the answer you are getting is not matching with any of the options. Because what you don't observe is, you have calculated tax liability. And they are asking tax payable. So if there are any prepaid taxes like advance tax, TDS, TCS, later we will also be learning something called MAT credit, AMT credit. These things are not a part of inter syllabus, but final they will come. You have any foreign tax relief. We have a chapter double taxation relief. After adjusting all of this, we will get something called final tax payable. So if I talk about one of the recent RTPs, there was MCQ on profit on sale of virtual digital asset. Matlab, cryptocurrency. That profit is taxable at 30%. Listen to this, huh? And on that sales value, there will be 1% TDS. So there was cryptocurrency profit, there was other income in the question. Question asked tax payable. Very smart student. Crypto ka profit, special rate 30%. Normal income, normal rate. Added the two. Perfectly added surcharge, says everything. And got the perfectly correct liability. But not realizing the fact that cryptocurrency ka TDS had to be adjusted in that amount. And after you adjust the TDS, the answer was matching with the correct answer. So they are playing with words. They are not checking whether you know the law. Do you know the law? You calculated it perfectly. But there is a difference between the word liability and payable. In fact, payable can sometimes be refundable. If my prepaid tax, my TDS is higher. For example, I am a professional. All the coaching classes I work with multiple organizations. They pay me only 90% of my payment. वो 10% deduction is not overacting. वो उसका 50 rupees overacting का अलग से. What is that 10% deduction? TDS 194J professional fees. And now you must be wondering, nahi sir, now professional fees ka limit is 50,000, so TDS not applicable to you. Point sahi. Now threshold is 50,000, so yeah, correct hai, not applicable. वैसे 30 में भी it was not applicable. But let us assume it is applicable. So every class is deducting 10%. At the end of the year, do you realize the professional fees that I collect is not my PGBP? From that I will take deductions, no expenses. I will get my PGBP, then I will adjust my other heads of income. I can have SOP loss, I can have anything like that. I have GTI, I have chapter 6 and deduction. My NTTI is too less, below basic exemption. So there is no tax liability. All the tax that gets deducted at the end of the year, I get that money, TDS money as refund. It is like I am giving myself a gift. TDS का refund आता है, it is like a gift from me to me. So be very careful about whether they are asking payable or liability. ये clear है? With this, our first chapter introduction का last point was tax rates, no? Our first chapter introduction over. Harsh, Nash. अभी तो new regime has not started also. अच्छा sir, old regime over. Harsh, Nash. In old regime, individual is over. In old regime, individual. मतलब what is left? Old regime, all other 6 assessees. And new regime, all assessees. And your reaction is, hey Prabhu, hey Hari Ram, ये क्या हुआ? Huh? Listen, अभी good news. You are not tired at all, no? You know time is going, you are not realizing. No break to not required, correct? Very good. So proud of you. Good news then. Second assessee in the old regime.
Tax amount tax amount को भी कैसे करेंगे?
कैसे करेंगे?
सपोज मैंने 500 रुपया अमाउंट है, 1000 रुपया मैंने एग्जांपल लिया, अभी वो स्पेशल इनकम में डिविडेंड भी है, अभी अलग-अलग रेट्स पे,
Then
वो 1000 रुपया किससे माइनस?
तो फिर डिविडेंड का टैक्स will be calculated as per slabs.
हाँ, बट 1000 रुपया तो माइनस किस कौन से इनकम से?
See, if you have the normal income, you will adjust in the figure of normal income. Any income taxable at special rate has to be taken as it is. Correct है? But if your entire amount is that only one income taxable at special rate, तो फिर you will have to adjust in that amount. तो special वाला तो you will have to take as it is, no?
Special income में dividend है और ये भी अभी 20% और 12.5%.
Special rate of tax वाला income, not special income for this purpose.
12.5 20%.
Special rate का income. So you take it on the basis of whichever is most beneficial to the assessee. On the basis of whichever is most beneficial. In fact, just to tell you one more thing, abhi not part of the agenda right now, but it will help you to understand this concept. We have a concept called unexhausted basic exemption. For example, if long-term capital gain is my only income 5 lakh, I don't have any other income. So I will first utilize my basic exemption limit. But supposingly I have got short-term capital gain stock market ka 3 lakh and long-term capital gain. अब बेसिक एग्जाम्पल तो आई हैव नॉट टेकन अभी भी, तो वेयर शुड आई एडजस्ट फर्स्ट? शॉर्ट टर्म इज नाउ 20. अर्लियर क्या होता था पता है? शॉर्ट टर्म वाज 15, लॉन्ग टर्म वाज 20. तो वी वर फर्स्ट एडजस्टिंग अगेंस्ट लॉन्ग टर्म. अभी शॉर्ट टर्म इज 20 एंड लॉन्ग टर्म इज 12.5. तो वी विल फर्स्ट एडजस्ट इन अ मैनर व्हिच इज मोस्ट बेनिफिशियल, एंड दैट रूल विल अप्लाई आल्सो टू द एग्जांपल दैट यू हैव क्रिएटेड. करेक्ट है? बट वो अनएग्जॉस्टेड बेसिक एग्जेम्पशन बाद में वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग.
टैक्स का नहीं जाता वो बेसिक से लगता रहेगा, मतलब अभी नॉर्मल रेट्स ये सब रहेगा स्टार्टेज वाला और जो डिविडेंड भी है तो यहाँ पे डायरेक्ट.
तो यू आर आस्किंग अबाउट टैक्स कैलकुलेशन के सरचार्ज कैलकुलेशन? वो तो स्प्लिट होगा ना.
हाँ, तो
सो एनटीटीआई विल बी स्प्लिट इनटू डिविडेंड एंड अदर इनकम. उन दोनों का टैक्स नाउ हाँ proportionate, because it is possible that I have salary, dividend and LTCG. Correct है? तो salary plus dividend will go in normal rates of tax and LTCG will go in special rate of tax. Is that basic tax done? Now when it comes to surcharge, LTCG का tax and other income के tax में से dividend का tax we have to remove and keep here. वो proportionate ही होगा ना, there is no other option. You can also call it average rate of tax if you understand, because other income slabs पे होता है. So total tax इतना, तो dividend का tax is how much? That tax you will merge with LTCG and उसका surcharge you will restrict to 50%.
comparison with for margin relief, तो उसमें भी फिर आएगा क्वेश्चन कि वे अभी 50 लाख 5 crores, हाँ अभी वो किधर से माइनस?
You tell me the amounts, no, I will tell you किधर से minus होगा.
अभी
If you want to take your time to think, you can wait back after class, think, we will solve it together. कोई problem नहीं. We will sit down and do it together. Absolutely no problem. If you have any example available with you right now, immediately we can do it right now. But you can think and do it. When I say think and do it, मतलब अभी when I am doing my next concept, ऐसा नहीं कि you are creating example पूरा तू चालू रख मैं मेरा चालू. नहीं ये clear है. चलो. Second assessing in the old regime, I am going to do with you HUF. HUF is Hindu undivided family. Hello. Along with HUF, we will also be doing AOP BOI, but this AOP BOI will exclude cooperative society. Cooperative societies are also AOP BOI, but for them separate rate of tax is given. And we will also be doing AJP, artificial juridical person. Sir, देखो old regime is taking so much time, तो फटाफट syllabus complete करना है, so I am merging these to rush with your syllabus. Correct है? हाँ, never. I am never in a hurry to complete syllabus. You know why? Because I know syllabus will get over by 22 September, but I gave you 30th September. So that I have my time. I am एकदम peace loving person. Then why am I merging? Same hai. Same. What is HUF? Hindu undivided family. Right? As early as class 12, you were taught about this, but very quickly, 4 generations of a Hindu family have got right over family income under the Hindu Succession Act, also known as Mitaksharam. Standard, OC, Organization of Commerce, class 12. Hindu undivided family, Hindu Succession Act, but this will be also applicable to Jain family, Sikh family and Buddhist. Hindu, Jain, Sikh, Buddhist, because they all follow Hindu undivided, Hindu Succession Act. So anybody who is a follower of Hinduism, Jainism, Sikhism and Buddhism will be allowed to open HUF. But there is no concept called Christian undivided family, Parsi undivided family, Muslim undivided family. That does not exist. HUF can be opened only by Hindu, Jain, Sikh and Buddhist. 4 generations will be having right over family income. That means every person in the family will get share of the income. The right comes by way of birth in the family, which is why now you know the reason why 2-3 generations before us, why every brother had 10 children. Check करना घर पे जाके. 2-3 generations before us in Marwadis हमारे में तो like one brother has 10 children, another brother has 10 children. They were basically competing for more share in the family assets. Too deep. हाँ और टाइम पास के लिए in those days there was no Netflix also. तो हाँ ये मजाक में we have become 150 crores because of birth. We used to get right over family income. Now every member is getting share. The income tax officer will have to run behind every individual member to recover taxes that will increase their work. So idea, make HUF the assessing. When the family earns income, take tax. And you know this in exempt income, when once HUF has paid tax, profit distributed to co-partners members will be exempt because HUF has already paid. Hindu Succession Act. If we talk about AOP BOI, group of people who have come together for common purpose or goal, like your Lions Club, Road Track Club, etc., they all will fall in this category. Most of them act as charitable trust. Charitable trust do get tax exemption, but subject to conditions. We have a chapter, assessment of charitable trust. Final mein everything is a part of your syllabus. What you studied at inter, what you did not study at inter. In fact, you did not study anything only, so everything is a part of your syllabus. And if we talk about artificial juridical person, this is last category of assessment. Chitti the robot. He is not individual. HUF, company, firm, AOP BOI. He is not local authority. But if Chitti earns income, it will be taxable. Artificial juridical person. ये समझना है? एक मिनट. Anybody has a pet at home? किसको है? Turtle. You know that that turtle is going to live for what about 100-200 years? अच्छा tortoise अलग होता है. I तो don't even know the difference between hill and mountain. मेरे को सेम ही लगता है. Okay. अच्छा वन मोर गाय. रोनित को भी टर्टल है. वेरी गुड. हाँ अच्छा एक मिनट. अनरिलेटेड क्वेश्चन. ओके And I am asking for pet. General answers by students are, you know, I have a pet dog at home, I have a cat at home. तेरा क्या है? तो खुद ही. He had a crush on someone. She told him, Siddesh, I love dogs. So his reply was, मला पण आहे कुत्र्या बोलते. For those who did not understand Marathi, I'll translate. Oh, मम्मी मुझे कुत्ता बोलती है because she loves dogs. Okay, forget it. Just an unrelated part. Any of the female students who is married, don't be surprised. CA में ऐसा होता है. This is CA, bro. Everything gets over, but CA does not get over. हाँ, रुचि. You know what? When I asked, do you have a pet at home? You did not raise your hand, but let me tell you, you do. For every task, hey, come here. You can do that. Free में available है वो. You don't have to give biscuits also. एकदम free में available. So listen, when your pet, your turtle or your cat or your dog is earning any income, your pet also is liable to pay tax. Artificial juridical person. If your reaction to this is, sir, how can they recover tax from a dog? So that same question you should ask for company also, because whom will they arrest? Memorandum के certificate of incorporation. Firms के लिए भी same question है. If the firm does not pay tax, how will they recover? From partnership deed? नहीं ना. Every artificial person, whether HUF, company, firm, AOP or HAP, the dog, they have a natural person to represent. For Chitti the robot, it was the scientist. For your pet, it is you. For the company, it will be the directors. For the firm, it will be the partners. Or for the HUF, it will be Karta. Every artificial person will have a natural person to represent. Samjha? What will be the tax rates of these assessees? It is all same. So good news that all of them are same. Second good news. Congratulations. No. Same as inter नहीं. Same as 1A. नहीं inter का I have assumed you don't know anything. Because if I assume that you know something and I ask you and you give the wrong answer, तो तेरी इज्जत नहीं जाएगी. क्यों? है भी नहीं. अच्छा, you thought what? उसकी इज्जत नहीं जाएगी because है भी नहीं. And you know ultimately what will be the thing? Sir, inter में you only taught, so I don't remember. इसलिए नहीं, I don't want that risk. मैं पूछूंगा ही नहीं. मेरी ही भी नहीं, मेरी ही जाएगी. Okay? हाँ, तो it is exactly same as 1A. 1A मतलब first 250. एक मिनट, basic tax. Hello. First 250, 0, then 5, then 20, then 30. If there is any income which is taxable at special rate, so special rate is going to be applicable to these assessees also. मतलब इनके लिए भी what we will do? LTCG separate and other income will go in slabs as per 1A. Basic exemption is going to be 2,50,000. ये clear है? The only difficult question that can come in exam, only difficult question, institute will say Lions Club is a 100-year-old organization. 100 years old. So basic exemption 2,50,000. But that's it. One irrespective of age. Supposingly my HUF is 60 years old. So basic exemption 2,50,000 only. But that's the only difficult aspect here. Everything same as 1A. Special rate will also be applicable. But this is basic tax. No? After basic tax, there are three concepts. Concept number 1, rebate. Hello. Q. That within rebate we already studied. That rebate is applicable only for individual. Correct hai? Second, concept of surcharge, including marginal relief, including inapplicability of 25 and 37. Congratulations. 0, 10, 15, 0, 10, 15, 25, 37. पूरा का पूरा same. Marginal relief same. 25, 37 not applicable for 5 cases same. Everything in surcharge is also same. One extra line, just one extra line. if there is an AOP is a group of people, no, which has got only corporate members. आज मेरा लॉटरी कैसे लग गया? Thank you. If AOP has only corporate members, means AOP is a group of companies. देखो, Lions Club kind of an organization can have individual members. Road Track Club में you and me can take membership. But what if I tell you that there is an AOP, Association of Pharmaceutical Companies? So who are all the members? Pharma companies. Glenmark, Sun Pharma, Mark Sons, all the pharma, Ranbaxy, all of them are members. Means all the members of this AOP are, come on, corporate. Then maximum 15% surcharge, or you can say like this, that is 2537 not applicable at all. Normally on an AOP, is 2537 applicable? Yes. Normally AOP by 2537 applicable? Yes. But if it is a group of companies, तो 2537 मतलब highest surcharge, even if income process 2 crore or 5 crore, 15. अब your reaction or question should be, देखो, you should learn to question. You should learn to question. Sir, why maximum 15? Because you and me individuals are actually paying 2537 also. Any AOP like Lions Club in which we individuals are members will pay 2537. तो companies का AOP is paying only 15. क्या reason है sir? Reason is when I take you to tax rates of companies. अभी we are in the second SSC. We'll do partnership firm, then we go to companies. In companies, the highest surcharge is 12%. Single company highest surcharge, that also domestic. Foreign company में तो 5% highest. We'll do that, and in some time, in the next 5 minutes, we will reach companies. Everyone is with me? Company, individual company का A Limited, B Limited, Reliance Limited, Adani Limited, Tata Limited, single company का highest surcharge 12%. तो group of companies का we can't make 25 and 37. You understand? So we can't make it 25. So what is the nearest to 12? देखो AOP के लिए we don't have 12. AOP का options are 10, 15, 25, 37. So what is nearest to 12? So we have kept maximum 15.
कंपनी का बेसिक टैक्स भी 30 होता है ना,
तो कंपनी का बेसिक टैक्स we are not discussing only, no?
AOP भी और AOP सब they are paying basic tax at slab.
तो इसलिए 3% they can pay extra.
इसलिए they should pay more, मतलब उनको सरचार्ज भी नॉर्मली पे करना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर वो ऐसा कंपेयर कर रहे हैं कि कंपनी को 12% ही लगता है तो हम 15% देते हैं, बट कंपनी बेसिक में भी डायरेक्ट 30%.
क्या होता है पता है? That companies का तो we already have surcharge at a reduced rate of 12% compared to individuals. Okay. Now when it comes to companies, देखो, you are not very good friends with Modi ji. Who are Modi ji's friend? What's your surname? Harsh? Jain. That means last में IN है. मोदी जी का फ्रेंड बनने के लिए इट हैज टू बी NI. बहुत डीप था. You will require a different level of understanding to understand what I am saying. IN cannot make you मोदी जी friend. मोदी जी friend, अरे ब्रो मैं तो एक अल्फाबेट के लिए रहे. One alphabet. If it was I instead of A, and this is the mantra of being rich in our country. So all the close friends of Modi ji, हम बाद में, after the recording stops, then we can take names. You know, taking Modi ji's name is not so dangerous, but taking these names on record, very very dangerous. Can't take the risk. Okay, I believe you have already understood. Very smart. So सुनो, when these corporates form their associations, pharma companies ने association बनाया. Think about it. When they form their association, so corporates will put a pressure on the government. That association is flooded with funds because companies are members. Individual, when they become members in any organization, the amount of funds we contribute as individuals are too less. But when companies become members in any association, the funds contributed are very high. What do you think? Association of Pharmaceutical Companies was an example. Do you know that our government brought a circular, CBDT next circular? Later in your syllabus, I will explain that to you. Today is only the second lecture. that when any pharma company is paying commission to doctors, it will be disallowed expenditure because it is illegal expense. Pharma company paying commission to doctors, disallowed expense. PGBP may be one deduction of expense. No, commission to doctor was for generating business, but disallowed expense. Against this circular, a case was filed in the Delhi High Court. Himachal Pradesh High Court. All the pharma companies got pay any medicine ka packet you pick up and check karna. Production in India happens in Himachal. Most manufacturers of pharma corporate office can be in Mumbai, but their factories are in Himachal. So Himachal Pradesh High Court mein a case was filed by whom? Not by Sun Pharma, not by Ranbaxy, not by Glenmark, by the Confederation of Indian Pharmaceutical Industry, the association. Now, do you understand? High Court the case was fought. Do you understand the amount of expenditure that will be required? These associations are massively flooded with funds because companies are involved, and when these companies put a pressure on the government, that's a first of all association. So to a certain extent, there will be charitable work, mutual kind of work. You are levying surcharge on us is also very, very big thing. You should not levy only, but at least if you are levying, don't levy the high rate of 25 and 37. As companies, we pay highest rate of 12. Surcharge की बात. So at least keep it nearest. And slabs का benefit which we are taking. देखो, individual company basic tax 30. Group of companies is taking benefit of slabs because you are falling here. Because you are taking some benefit in slab, 3% extra. Government said pay 3% extra. Associations agree. And by the way, this was also brought 22 या 23 का budget में exactly याद नहीं, but this was only recent, about 2 or 3 years ago only, that they brought this condition. Otherwise, earlier, all associations also were paying 25 and 37%. Clear? Earlier they were paying, but then sometimes government has to succumb to the pressure. They won't succumb to your pressure and my pressure because I am Na, you are IN. They will succumb to whose pressure? बोल NI. ये clear है? Basic same as one. Rebate not applicable. Surcharge is clear. Last. क्या? HEC. Please do not tell this to auntie that across regimes, across assessees, everyone, it is absolutely same. Hello. Clear? Do you know that we consumed more than 2 hours for learning the first assessee, and in less than half an hour, we have actually completed 3 more assessees. क्योंकि basic done, rebate done, surcharge done, cess done, हो गया. Total tax liability, adjust prepaid taxes, and do you know now the difference between liability and payable? हो गया. Congratulations. Next, third, partnership firm. And every time in income tax we mention partnership firm, it will also always include LLP. All tax provisions of firm and LLP are same. One place there is difference, presumptive taxation, that we will see in that chapter. Partnership firm के लिए we have a special chapter. Presumptive taxation 44 ED and EDA are applicable only to normal firms, not applicable to LLP. We will talk about it when we come to that chapter. And this tax rate is also applicable to local authority. Partnership firm as per Partnership Act, LLP as per LLP Act. Local authority is example. Dekh. Don't at the first available opportunity start getting abusive in class. MCGM, BMC nahi. Stop abusing. Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. Municipal. Go too deep. No. Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. Chill kar. India's नहीं, world's richest municipal body है Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. It has got more funds than the governments of some of the neighboring countries. Believe me, recently I had this tweet which I tagged Modi ji and I said, वो war के just पहले कि Modi ji, please don't declare a war on Pakistan. If you don't want to use your money, please request Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. If MCGM wants, right now, it is 9:30 AM. Before 9:30 PM, they can actually purchase Pakistan. We don't have to attack. We can buy. In fact, we will have 2 Mumbais. One here, one there. And the current condition of Maharashtra politics, every political party has 2 parts. You know, ruling party, opposite. Best idea deta hu. We have 2 Mumbais. One year, and full Pakistan also we will declare as a part of Maharashtra, Mumbai. So what we will do is, nahi main bata raha hu. I will give answer to that also. We can form 2 governments. We can say that one group of parties keep this government, other group of parties keep. So all the fights in Maharashtra, because they are busy fighting with each other, they have got no time to think about the state. Maharashtra ko, I believe that unfortunately, you know, when we are missing Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and we are missing Bala Saheb Thackeray, we at least need one of them back to currently handle the current situation of Maharashtra. We will need, you know, maybe another century, another generation to get a leader similar to them. Because after Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, there was a big time gap until we got Bala Saheb Thackeray. When will we get the next leader who actually thinks about Maharashtra and the local people? We don't know. It's a matter of, you know, luck if we get someone. But current condition is so bad that the best solution to stop their fighting is have 2 MCGMs. You handle one MCGM, you handle other MCGM, so that you can focus on your work. Stop fighting with each other. Too deep, but point here hai that Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai is making massive money. You want any trade license, they will take money. You want shop and establishment license, restaurant ka license, fire license, you know, small eatery you want to open, you will need 10 licenses. You want to add music, DJ, dance floor, extra license. You want to telecast the live show of cricket matches, etc., extra license. Liquor serve karna hai, for that, extra license. And all those license fees are charged by Municipal Corporation. Bro, in case you are not aware, you have to pay money for getting birth certificate and death certificate. You can get your own birth certificate, death certificate someone else will take for you. You can't go and say, mera death certificate. You have to, do you know you have to pay money for that also? नहीं, क्या फ्री में मिला रहे? तो जाके चेक कर लोकल वार्ड ऑफिस में. You have your birth certificate wherever you want. मुंबई बोलूं? I heard चेंबूर बिहार. तो बिहार में कौन सा चेंबूर है? मुंबई. मुंबई correct है. Go to the local ward office where your birth was registered. Try to bring birth certificate. क्या ये सब work you have never done? There are people at home who are busy doing all this, so you don't know कि free में नहीं मिलता है. Well, it can be as nominal as 1 rupee per page. They say that they are taking only printing ka charges, but they will take charges. They will not give it free, of course. Free nahi hai, bro. Okay, so understand. Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai is an example, but then we have Thane Municipal Corporation, Mira Bhayandar Municipal Corporation, Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, Municipal Corporation of Delhi, Municipal Corporation of Ahmedabad. Every city is governed by the local authority. They are collecting money. Gram Panchayat Fulera. Okay. They are collecting money. They are collecting money, and for that, they will have to pay income tax. It will work as a surprise, but this is the truth. Local authority also has to pay income tax at the same rate as partnership firm. Basic tax is going to be, please pay attention, a flat rate of 30%. No basic exemption, no slabs. If you and me earn 1 lakh, we will not pay any tax. But if partnership firm earns 1 lakh, they will have to pay 30,000. 10,000 ki income, 3,000 tax. 1,000 rupees income, 300 tax. Bro, 10 rupee income, 3 rupees tax. Every rupee will be taxable at a flat rate of 30%. No basic exemption will be given. No slab rate benefit will be given. Matlab slab benefit is given only to individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, and companies, firms. Company ka we will do. They will be taxable, or they will be paying tax at, their income will be taxable at a flat rate of 30%. But of course, in all the discussion that I do with you, your or future assessees or new regime, whether I mention or I don't mention, special rate will always apply. So whatever tax rate I teach you, whether slabs or flat, is applicable on normal income. We always split our income into normal rate, special rate, normal rate, special rate. Special income will go in special rate. Only 30% will apply only on your normal income, other income. Basic tax will be flat rate of 30%. Correct? Hai? After basic tax, shall we not waste time in discussing rebate? Are you okay with that? Because we are aware now that rebate is not applicable. So let's go to next, surcharge. For individual, each of surcharge starts after 50 lakhs. But for partnership firm, if your income is up to rupees 1 crore, there will be no surcharge. Matlab at 80 lakhs, you and me will pay 10%. Firm will not pay anything. Matlab surcharge. At 1 crore pe surcharge equal to 10%. But partnership firm, no surcharge. Partnership firm ka surcharge will start after 1 crore, one rate, only one rate, 12% up to infinity, only one rate, 12%. Then whether they cross 1 crore, 2 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore, 100 crore, 1000 crore, firm ka ek hi rate of surcharge. 0 to 1 crore, 0%, more than 1 crore, 12%. Of course, every time there is surcharge, it will obviously also include marginal. It is always going to be part of it. Only one rate of surcharge, 12%. And here is where your exam will get difficult. Intermediate mein, the questions come only on individual nature. But CA final mein, question can come on individual also, partnership firm also, companies also. So hoga kya? If they ask you question on individual and it is 80 lakh ka entity, you don't take surcharge, it is a mistake. And for firm, you take surcharge, it is a mistake. Think about it. At 80 lakh, individual 10% and firm 0%. At 1.5 crore, individual 15%, firm 12%. 2.5 mein individual 25, firm will remain at 5.5, 37, but firm will remain at 12. You have to be careful. And exam pressure mein hota kya? So first of all, you are busy calculating entity. So you take your heads of income, then you get your clubbing, you have your set off, you get your gross total income, then you are confused, old regime, new regime. New regime mein we get hardly 3-4 chapter 6 deduction. Old regime mein we get all. Ye karte karte, by the time you reach this figure of entity, like some people thought they don't calculate tax also, sir, bahut kar liya. Bas. Now if you calculate tax, supposingly basic, you still manage. Most students, good students, bright students, they forget surcharge. Or even if they remember, they end up applying wrong surcharge. Understand please, if you have applied wrong surcharge wrong, cess will also be wrong, total tax wrong, final amount payable or refundable will also come wrong. Everything will go wrong. One mistake you make, everything will go wrong. These days, no, kids are very smart, Gen Z enough. What they do is, if they are not getting the correct answer, they check the MCQ ka 4 options, whatever is the nearest, they say कि sir यही होगा, negative marking तो है नहीं, so let us play safe. But it may not work always, because the 4 options that are given, no, they will also be very near to each other. So you be very, very careful. अभी तो क्या beginning of the syllabus है. I have not taught you surcharge of all the assessees. Once I get done with old regime, new regime, then I will be doing with you chapters called minimum alternate tax, alternate minimum tax. There is some surcharge in those chapters also. Then I will give you one task, that on a blank paper, write all the surcharges of income tax law and show it to me. Blank paper के ऊपर. ऐसा नहीं है कि सर अरे कंपनी का क्या था, एक मिनट, let me check. नहीं, then you're making a big mistake. If you get stuck, you don't have to refer to any notes, because you don't get the facility in exam. Without looking at any book or notes, kitna surcharge you can write by yourself, I will give you that proper task. Okay, but not now. After we do everything, abhi ke liye up to 1 crore no surcharge, after 1 crore 12%. With this we get done with firm, LLP and local authority also, and this brings us to the last assessee under the sir 7 assessee. How can 4th be last? Because AOP and AJP was merged and local authority was merged. Correct hai? Last assessee. कौन सा? Company. For tax purposes, companies are divided in 2 categories. Separate tax rates are given for domestic company and non-domestic company. Separate tax rates are given for what? Domestic company and non-domestic company ka income tax rates are different. Now here we will have to make a fundamental correction. Half knowledge is worse than no knowledge. Most CA final students, most chartered accountants of the country think Indian company is domestic company is Indian company. Lol. No. देखो, Indian company, foreign company are different companies. I don't have to tell you that. Domestic, non-domestic are different. Obviously, opposite words. You know what I am going to teach you today? The difference between Indian company and domestic company. The difference between Indian company and domestic company. किसी को तो yesterday I said no, every day we will learn one concept that you were not aware of. But that is not applicable to him, it is applicable to everyone. Every day one concept. क्या बात कर रहे हो? मजा आ गया. See, end of the day, what do we all want? मजा. Life में what do we want? मजा आते रहना. So yes, you will get this feeling on a daily basis. Okay, यार, must concept. And उसके लिए you have to come to class every day. Sir, I thought that I am not feeling well. ऐसा नहीं कि I was not well. Sir, मुझे लग रहा था I am not well, so I did not come to class. ये क्या था? ये क्या innovative ideas है Gen Z? ये मैं बार-बार confuse हो रहा हूँ. Who was that unwell वाला? And who was that office वाला? Even if your office leaves you at 2 o'clock, you make it a point to come to class at same office is still. देखो, in your office you don't perform good, nothing is going to happen. They still need you because there is shortage of articles in the market. They won't do anything to you. Here, if you don't perform well, you are risking your own career. You think what is your priority? Whether you do articleship good or bad, completion is required. But this you have to do good. So please make sure. And I am going to motivate you, not with motivational talks. उसके लिए for corporate training I charge massively to companies. नहीं motivational talks नहीं. I am going to motivate you with concepts. यार बस सीखने मिलता है यार. I will go. So understand, Indian and domestic are not same. First of all, Indian and foreign company will depend on what? Any company which is registered under Indian Companies Act. We have Companies Act 2013. Before that, companies used to register under Companies Act 1956. If you are a company which is registered under Indian Companies Act, we will call you Indian company. And if you are a company which is registered under Foreign Companies Act, मतलब registered outside India, Companies Act of US, UK, etc., then you are a foreign company. For example, Reliance Industries Limited, Tata Limited, Adani Limited, they are India ka registered companies, they are Indian companies. But Apple Incorporation, Google Incorporation, Meta पता है, it is the owner of WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. It is basically the owner of your lives. WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. How they are targeting you? Supposingly, I discuss with you, hey Yadav, I want to buy new shoes here. You recommend any brand? ये discuss किया. Now I open my social media, it will show my ads off. It will show me ads off. Because I have given permission. Use my microphone, use my camera, use my WhatsApp chats. WhatsApp owned by them only. They are called smartphones for a reason. You must be thinking, okay, yaar, he knows everything about me, my best friend. No, you are only telling everything about yourself. Samjha? So, Apple, Google, Meta, these are foreign companies. Reliance, Tata, Birla, Adani are Indian companies. But tax rate is not based upon Indian company, foreign company. Tax rate is based or dependent upon domestic company and non-domestic company. Ye clear hai? What is a domestic company? One, all Indian companies are domestic companies. And here is where the confusion arises. Is Indian company by default domestic? Yes. So people have this tendency of thinking Indian equal to domestic, domestic equal to Indian. No. Indian equal to domestic. But sometimes a foreign company can also become domestic. A company which is registered outside India. Foreign company hai. but it can be considered as domestic in income tax when any foreign company that makes क्या arrangement for distribution of dividend out of income which is वापस taxable in India. Any foreign company which makes arrangement for distribution of dividend out of income which is taxable in India. तो पाटिल अभी भी सेम एप्पल का फोन यू आर यूजिंग?
वही एप्पल लिया.
I have a very personal comment to make on this, लेकिन आफ्टर हाँ मेरी तरफ से बर्थडे विश कर दे. ओके कमेंट नहीं मारो, छोड़. नहीं इट्स ओके. आई नो यू वोंट बी ऑफेंडेड बट स्टिल आई डोंट वांट टू पास. नहीं कोई बात नहीं ज्यादा बोलूंगा चालान कर देगा तुझे. हाँ लिसन एप्पल का फोन. This Apple lovers are crazy. Anybody else using Apple? Apple fans are brainless fans. You can't explain things to them because they don't have brains. Apple iPhone is same as Salman Khan movie. How? Mark the statement. No innovation, but blind fan following. No innovation, but blind fan following. Salman Khan ka you watch Wanted, Ready, Jai Ho, all the movies appear same only. कोई difference ही नहीं. Apple iPhone. When Apple came first time in India, no 2007 के अंदर Apple 2G था. And I got a rank, all India rank in CA exam. तभी ना they used to give rank at first level also. So CPT बोलते थे. Starting में they used to give 30, then they brought it to 10. अभी तो foundation पे ranks are discontinued. I was all India 19 and इंटर में खाली 3 मार्क्स से I missed my rank. मेरा ग्राफ गजब है. रैंक 3 मार्क्स मिस्ड रैंक एंड देन सेकंड अटेम्प्ट से ये फाइनल. हाँ वो डिक्लाइनिंग ग्राफ विच मेक्स अस अंडरस्टैंड कि वो जो रैंक होल्डर टेंडेंसी होता है ना, सीए एग्जाम्स आर इजियर देन 10th एंड 12th एंड देन वो सीआईडी का अभिजीत. यू सीन दैट वीडियो? सीआईडी का अभिजीत बकवास मत कर साले. No, अच्छा, I will share that reel with you. In case you are interested, wait back after class. I will share that reel. Okay? तो ऐसा है, bro. CA exams are not easy. But when first level पे you get rank, मतलब family was proud. My father gave me an iPhone, and I believe I was first amongst the first 10 users of iPhone. And what a fascination! Wow, यार, ऐसे screen पे photo zoom होता है. Wow. You find it funny, no? Because for you it is normal. But 2007 you were newborn baby, no? 2007 में iPhone was a big thing. Then some years I used it. I normally use any phone for 3-4 years, maybe sometimes more than that. Then I went to Samsung, and about 3-4 years after that, matlab like almost 2015, I came back to Apple 6s. So after 2 it was 6, and I could see no difference between. सब कुछ सेम है. वैसे ही तो zoom होता है. I could not see, bro. एक बात बता, you took Apple 16, now check 15, check 14. क्या लिया 16 Pro? वही 16 Pro है. My point is check 15, check 14 and tell me the difference. And now don't tell me, sir इसमें security का features है. तो you work in defense? Okay, you want security का features? हाँ? नहीं ना? तो please understand. Apple में as such, in fact, most of the apps, they don't work in Apple, and we need additional double, triple layers of permission to make any app work in Apple. Just to let you know, whenever we will activate your course, it will be on the basis of email address. The backup lectures will work on 2 devices, one computer or laptop and one mobile phone. So if you log in the computer, you have to log out from the mobile, or log in the mobile to log out from the computer. But once activated in one device, whether computer or mobile, then device change is not possible. तो अगर मोबाइल नया खरीदने वाला है, तो buy the new phone and register in that phone. Device change is not possible. The technology does not permit. Then you have to be present in all lectures. which any which way you have. नहीं, लेकिन उसमें एक और लफड़ा है ना, that you have attended everything so you don't want backup, तो रिकॉर्डिंग किसी को बेचने को काम है नहीं, ये सब you all don't do, no, I believe you all don't, ये सब nonsense you all don't do. अच्छा आइडिया है हाँ, but then whether to enable the access or disable the access, that is under my control. क्या समझता है ब्रो? You know what, you log in my app, what is your password, I know that also. तो किसका नाम रखा है ना पासवर्ड के अंदर? I know that person's name also. Who is your password? Because most of our past becomes our password. हाँ, मेरे को सब मालूम, ठीक है? तो please pay attention. Apple unfortunately no innovation. But then when we talk to these crazy Apple fans, we can't explain it to them. They are like, sir, Apple is Apple. Radio है नहीं, Bluetooth file transfer नहीं, but Apple is Apple. Out of excessive love and affection towards Apple, these kids end up buying some shares of Apple. At student life, you will be able to afford maybe 1 or 2 shares. Even if 1 share, will you get dividend on that share? Now, there are 2 options in which the company will give you dividend. 1, they will tell you to open bank account in America and deposit your dividend money in the local account over there. Or option 2, they will come and deposit your dividend money in your Indian bank account. 2 options. You are shareholder of Apple, an American company. Even if 1 share you will get dividend. Where is the company giving you dividend? Option 1, we will not come to your country, open account there. Option 2, we don't mind, we cooperate with our shareholders. So bol, which bank you have account? SBI, which lunchtime? Which branch? इंदिरा नगर. बेंगलोर में भी इंदिरा नगर, थाने वाला इंदिरा नगर, करेक्ट है? हेलो, तो एप्पल इज डिपॉजिटिंग योर अकाउंट, योर डिविडेंड का मनी इन योर एसबीआई अकाउंट. तो एप्पल द फॉरेन कंपनी will become a domestic company if they give you a dividend in India. Now read the definition of domestic company. Any foreign company that makes arrangement for distribution of dividend in India. Now you learned it today first time. Companies are aware of this, so they will not distribute your dividend in India. So practical purposes, Indian will be domestic, domestic will be Indian. But theoretically, all Indian companies are domestic, but all domestic companies are not Indian, because sometimes foreign companies can also become domestic if they distribute dividend in India. Clear hai? This is my favorite. What is a domestic company? Any company which is not a domestic company will be a non. Life should be so easy. No, any company which is not a private company is a public company, something. ऐसा ही कुछ. Understood? That means foreign company which is not distributing dividend in India will become non-domestic. Income tax का जो rates है, they are not given on the basis of Indian foreign. They are given on the basis of domestic, non-domestic. Let us talk about first domestic company. We start with basic tax. Basic tax of domestic company is going to be flat 30%. Half knowledge is worse than no knowledge. तो रहने दे, मैं बोल. Flat 30. That means can I say same as what I told you in partnership firm? No basic exemption, no slabs. Every rupee will be taxable at flat 30. And of course, whether I mention or I don't mention, only on normal income flat 30. Special income special. Correct है? So what is, every time I ask you domestic company का income tax rate, old regime, old regime. 30, 30, 30 should be your answer, nothing else. But if your turnover in the previous year 23-24, which previous year? 23-24 is up to rupees 400 crore. Turnover in which year? 23-24. If it is 400 crore, your tax will be flat 25, subject to special rate, of course. मतलब 25 is applicable if you fulfill this condition. अब confusion क्या है? I have a confusion. I don't know whether you have the confusion. I am calculating income tax for which previous year? 25-26 I am calculating. No, this is your applicable previous year. But turnover I am checking which year ka? I am not checking current year turnover. I am not checking last year turnover. Next year to obviously नहीं, but not current year, not last year. I am checking last to last year. मतलब if this is my financial year 25-26, is this your exam year? I have to decide tax rate for this year. So I will have to check turnover. Which year ka? Not 25-26, not 24-25. I will check turnover of 23. If 23-24 ka turnover was up to 400 crore, so 25-26 ka tax rate will be 25%. And if this was more than 400 crore, so this tax will be 30%. Means current year ka tax rate will depend on turnover, not of current year, not of last year, but of last to last year. Hey Bhagwan, sir, why? Rule everyone knows, because you are working in office. Why ka answer malum hai? No, nothing is bigger than logic. I will explain. Let us assume that last to last year is not the condition. What do you want? Sir, taxes of 25-26, then keep condition of turnover on 25-26. Chalo, theek hai. Assume current year ka turnover is the condition. So year will start. Year. I will start doing business at the beginning of the year. Turnover started. 10 crore, 15, 20, 30, 40, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350. The moment I reach 399 crores, he has a company, Yadav Limited. The moment he reaches 399 crore, he will tell all his customers, stop. From now onwards, place your order with Yadav Ji Limited. He will incorporate a new company every time he is about to cross 400 crores. And it is a direct saving of 5%. Common sense. If current year is the condition, every time I cross or I am about to cross 400 crore, what will I do? Incorporate a new company. And therefore, current year ka turnover cannot be the criteria. Do you understand this? Now, sir, what about last year? Sir, current year ka to I understood. I will incorporate new company. What about last year? Understand this. Is this my last year? This year, obviously, started here in April and ended here in March. Do you realize here on 1st of February, the budget is announced? So it is here on the 1st of February that I am given this 25-30 because tax rate will be given in the budget. Matlab, please understand, 24-25 is going on. Last year, na? 1st February aaya. Do we still have 2 months in the year? February and March baki. We still have 2 months. We have 2 months. On 1st of February, if they announce tax rates for the next year, which they have to in the budget, they will give you the turnover ka amount. 400 crore, 500 crore, whatever. They have given this in the budget. And they will also give you 25 and 30. If this year ka turnover becomes the condition, so do you understand I have 2 months? I will cancel my sales bill. And I will bring the turnover of 24-25 below the limit if I have already crossed. So if current year ka turnover is the condition, I will incorporate new companies. If last year ka turnover is the condition, so I come to know on the budget day, 2 months I still have, I can manipulate my accounts. 2 months are good enough. But now understand what is the impact of keeping this year as the condition. This year got over here. Come on. Financial year over on 31st of March. Somewhere here in about September or something, we will get our accounts audited. Audit report will be submitted. Turnover figure reported to government. Accounts closed. Now budget will come. In this budget, they will announce tax rate of 25-26. I can manipulate turnover of 25-26. I can manipulate turnover of 24-25 because I have 2 months. I can't manipulate turnover of 23-24 because that year is over, audited, closed. And thus the criteria is last to last year. Nothing is bigger than logic yet. Logic, samjha? Logic. That last to last year turnover cannot be manipulated. And thus criteria is last to last year. So if last to last year, 2 years ago the turnover was up to 400 crore, so kya? 25%. And then if it was more than 400 crore, so 30%. And you said 25% because all your clients, garib, they don't cross 400 crore. So you have always done 25. And because you have done 25, so you think there is no 30. Because sir, I have not seen 30 means there is no 30. तो you have not seen London also, तो London है ना. Just because you have not seen does not mean that it does not exist. समझा? अगर 2 साल ago का turnover, 2 years ago का turnover exceeds 400 crore, तो today's income tax rate will be, come on, 30%. And if 2 years ago का turnover is less than or equal to 400 crore, so today's income tax rate will be 25%. ये clear है? Okay. I will not go to the surcharge and all that part because we have shortage of time. But one thing I will tell you because it is related. You understood when will 30 apply, when will 25 apply, and you also understood okay, special rate will still always apply. One last thing. Supposingly my company is a newly incorporated company, means my company did not exist 2 years ago. Possible है? So my common sense says that if my company was not there 2 years ago, so turnover is 0 and 0 is less than 400. So it should be 25, but that's not correct. New companies first 2 years will pay 30. Third year onwards we will check first year pattern. मतलब understand 25 का eligibility. ये नहीं पता था क्या?
सर मैंने 25% से इस साल का बंद है.
कभी
लास्ट ईयर और लास्ट ईयर जीरो था जीरो था.
अब था ही नहीं.
फर्स्ट ईयर
we don't have to see current year and last year, we have to see last to last year. हाँ old regime क्योंकि new regime में again it is direct 25 and 160. तो intimation आ गई 143(1) intimation. तो be prepared for scrutiny notice. And आजकल तो income tax department has become so clever, they don't send scrutiny notice. They will tell you to file updated return. Because scrutiny में क्या होगा? They will have to investigate, pass an order. In updated return, you have to declare and pay extra tax with penalty. So, for those who work in audit, who have got no idea about scrutiny, updated return, chill करो एकदम life में like you always do. Wait for volume 2, everything will become clear. How our government has become smart. But what you did is incorrect. Specifically, if I talk about with respect to, you pick up any ICAI का suggested answer. If a company is newly incorporated company, in all the answers they are applying 30%. मतलब 25 का eligibility criteria clearly understand. My company existed 2 years ago and it was below the turnover limit. Existing company with turnover within limit is eligible for 25. Otherwise, new company will go in 30%. Clear हुआ? This is how we will decide basic tax of domestic company. Rebate obviously नहीं है. Surcharge cess we have to do. Non-domestic we will do now. Old regime will get over. Tomorrow's lecture will be majorly completion of new regime also, because old regime is now over last time. And basically with auntie bringing old and new regime, अब हुआ क्या है? Only introduction, only tax rates actually goes to the 4th lecture. Once upon a time it was only 2 lectures because it was only old regime, but अब 4 lectures है. 4th lecture में we will start double taxation. Till that time we don't need any notes or books. So yes, I will see you guys in tomorrow's lecture. Any